You ever have that moment right before a show
Mm-hmm.
when you're like, I should have a drink or something,
Sure.
but now I'm too close to the show starting
Yeah, it's too
that I'll
late.
be drinking mid-start
Yeah.
because I've timed my entire life incorrectly.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
It's just it's an awkwardness, I guess I'll have to live with.
Do you want to go get the drink and I'll host the show?
I mean, I would love for you to take over. You know what? Give your introduction to the show.
Okay.
Pretend I came down with a mystery ailment
Uh-huh.
at some point during these long run of shows we've been doing,
Yeah.
and find a way to make this work.
Okay.
And I'll
great.
be right back.
Great. Keep your camera on though.
I'll keep it on.
Yeah.
Well, I just have to reach over here, but you do it.
Great. Hey everyone, welcome to Force 5 Open Chat. I'm your host Ken Plume. Tonight we have a great guest, a handsome boy, a boy who would love for his desk to look like my guest, Ken Plume. I don't know how this works now, but it doesn't, because he puts all of his toys on shelves behind him and keeps going, I have too many toys. I need to stop buying toys. They're everywhere. I can reach somewhere and there will be a toy right in front of me. It's a problem. Patrick Cotnoir is my guest tonight. He's off right now getting a drink, I think, or did he already get the drink?
No, I'm back, but I love this so much. This has taken such a burden off of me. I am so delighted.
So tonight we're gonna open up a bunch of action figures. We're gonna go through and just talk and just hang out, because there's nothing crazy going on in the world and everything is about as normal as it's ever been. So let's just deal with that.
Frankly, as far as I'm concerned, my world right now is you and whatever we're going to do for the next however long we do it.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Patrick Cotnoir to the show.
Wow. Thank you for coming back on the show. For anyone familiar, I just open toys and talk to interesting people about whatever comes up.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of stuff I haven't opened, and this seemed like a good way to justify doing it and it not being some sad opening of things alone at a desk.
Yeah.
With just me and my regrets.
and look, do I have stuff to open tonight too? Maybe.
Oh, I mean, we left a cliffhanger the last time you were on.
Yeah, let's catch everyone up on that cliffhanger. Let's remind everyone what happened.
So we got to a point where we started rooting around in some storage containers you've had since your move.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the things you found in there, some figures you've been gifted, some that you had picked up.
Yeah.
One in particular that you struggled with as to whether or not you should open is a now vintage Palisades Muppet Fozzie Bear figure.
It's right here.
Which is crying out.
He's crying.
Because look at all the accessories and that. Yes, to have it all in one place and presented like that, but it looks like he's been frozen in carbonite. He looks like he's struggling in whatever emotional state he was in when they sealed him in that box.
Well, let me explain why I haven't opened him up. And that's because I collected so many of these Palisades figures when I was a kid that it felt like I was coming to the end of the ones that I would be able to open for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like, there's not that many left that I don't have. So the idea of being like, oh, this is my last one that I'll be able to open made me genuinely sad.
And at a certain point, there will be no longer any sealed ones left in the world. They're not making more.
It's true. But now here's the thing, Ken. I have this one too now.
Oh, it's Wilty Lake Kermit.
I know. I never had the naked Kermit. I also have a Scooter that's in a box too.
Now, Scooter.
And I also have Grover, but Grover's not coming out.
I have not opened my Grover either.
Grover's a tough one to come out.
It's because the packaging is part of, for that one in particular, in that Alex Ross box that was only that convention exclusive.
Yeah.
It feels weird. And then also, because you only have one, how do you display him? Do you display him as Super Grover, or do you display him in his secret identity?
Exactly. So it's hard, because I'm just like, at the time when it was like just Fozzie, I was like, oh, I don't want to
do the last one because it's the only one.
Be the last one. But then here's Scooter, right? We have Kermit and we have Fozzie. Here's Floyd that's wrapped in plastic wrap, and here's Dr. Keith's guitar. Okay, but here's the Super Grover for people who haven't seen it, because it's gorgeous. And I've thought about buying they did a print of the Alex Ross art. And
which you got at the time with it.
Yeah, which I did not get, obviously, because I bought this on eBay. But I do like the art in general. But there's just so few of him out there, that to take him out feels sacrilegious almost,
It is, and it's one of those things you'll never get back in that package the same way should you ever decide to.
And I don't want to break the telephone booth. I don't want, I don't want something to happen where it's like, ugh, well, there goes that $200 that I spent or whatever it was.
Or you tear his trench coat, or
exactly, yeah.
Or suddenly you realize that really thin cord on the phone is disintegrating in that package because it's old plastic.
Yeah. Welcome to my problem with all of these toys is that you open it and then you're like, oh my God, this is so sad. Makes me so sad.
What we could have had.
Ugh.
Coming with their letters and numbers.
Ugh. It makes me so sad.
And and the one I saw Super 7 announce their line coming up, and it's just not the same. They're about 10 times as expensive.
Yes. Well, they're big too. That's the other thing.
The one is big. That Super Count is big.
There's also a Grover coming now. I know,
but it's not worth $250, $300 for a big block of Count.
Yeah, but then they have the little ones, but they just don't. They're not for me.
For $25 a pop or whatever those things, then it's just.
Well, but that's what all figures are costing. Like, I had to buy a Helena Shaw, and she was $25,
and no Dial of Destiny.
I know.
None of them.
It's insane. It's insane.
I don't know what's going on with toys today at all. That kind of thing is ridiculous. To not have a Dial of Destiny with those figures.
To be putting out what's his name? Volmer? What's his name?
Volker?
Is that it?
Mads. To be putting out Mads.
Yeah, to be putting it out, and it really, like, I still don't have it. I pre-ordered it. I think it's like starting to show up in stores. But
yes, that wave.
But I did it on Amazon, and it's not coming till December. And then to be 6 months later and not put the dial in there feels
that's what I thought. Put it in with Scuba Puss in Boots. Put him in with him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That you would have a final wave and know you had a final wave and not throw in the MacGuffin of the final movie in any of those figures. But you got a flashlight. Are you happy with the flashlight?
I guess. He looks fine. I don't have a young Indy. I only have an old Indy.
You didn't get any? There are like 57 of them. You didn't get a single?
I didn't get any of them. I might at some point.
I have like 6 of the Temple of Doom Club Obi-Wan.
Oh, really?
When they clearanced them out to like $6 at Target.
Yeah.
I thought, how could I not just grab as many of these?
Look, they did not do that at the Los Angeles Targets because I went and I looked. They were not there.
Well, you know what? Maybe as a thank you for guesting on the show. Maybe a Club Obi-Wan Indie can make its way to you.
I like this.
We'll see.
Okay.
I didn't get a Baron in the Junk Dealer poster, but
interesting. Well, I don't have any that are signed anymore, so we'll figure out.
Who wants them signed? That devalues them.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
And I can sign Griffin's name. I've seen it. As long as you sign it, you're the one that makes things happen.
That's true.
And frankly, as far as I'm concerned, you bore the biggest burden of that show, night after night.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Look, even Grendel the Elder, I'm assuming, agrees with everything I've just said in praising you.
Hello, Grendel the Elder.
So I'm going to start opening something.
Great.
But I want to preface this by saying I think this is a good way to seg into, because this is a thing that was already open in shipment. Okay. I got off of eBay.
Okay.
So technically it opened itself.
Okay.
Which is fine. I was intending to open it. This is a hard to find figure for anywhere approaching a reasonable price. It's also a ridiculous Star Wars figure.
Great.
So I'm going to see if you can guess before I pull it. It is a Jabba's Palace Denizen.
Okay. Is it Ifant Mon?
It is not Ifant Mon. which if anyone has watched the John Hodgman episode of Open Chat, I opened the Yifantmon during that.
It's a good one. He's a big boy.
So think about along those lines. What other Jabba's palace denizens?
Is it Hermiodal? Yeah. This is a good one. They're both good. Yifantmon and Hermiodal, both two good ones.
From the 30th anniversary line,
man,
2007, and sold regular figure price.
Yeah.
On the shelf, comes with a coin.
Yeah.
Ages 4 and up. Kids love their Hermiodal.
Yifantmon's expensive on eBay.
Yifantmon is what, about 7 years older than this? Yifantmon was 2000, I think.
The cheapest one that does not have bids on it right now is $40.
I mean, they're only going to get more expensive.
I know.
For the big honking ones. And plus the novelty of having these.
Yeah. I
could have gotten this for $15 cheaper if I'd acted on it a year ago.
Yeah.
When I thought about getting him.
Look, if they were 6-inch, I would absolutely get them. I'm having trouble collecting 3 3/4 at this point, you know?
But this is practically 6-inch.
That's true. Okay, but then he should be 10 inches, you know?
Well, I mean, here is the 3D print. Shout out to Landspeeder Luke.
Man, he looks great.
Of the Dex model that he commissioned.
He looks great. Are his hands in the same position as the 3 3/4? Because they look similar.
They're very similar. You can sort of see the 3 3/4.
Yeah.
Similar, but not quite. And these are, the print is sort of adjustable, so you can rotate it if you wanted to.
Now, are you going to paint this guy?
The problem is I can't paint well.
Sure.
And so I'm thinking Golden Idol decks, just spray paint them gold and be done with it.
I love it. I love that.
But I couldn't stop you. This was on a filament printer. This is supposed to be like a resin print, but I don't have a resin printer that I feel comfortable and safe using.
Yeah.
So, but I couldn't stop there.
Sure.
So I thought, well, what if you did like a 1/6 scale decks?
Oh my God. Oh my God. How big is that?
I mean, this is 12 inches, a little over 12 inches tall. This is a 6 scale.
Oh, I love them. I love them. Can you imagine if Hot Toys tomorrow just announced that they were doing a Dexter?
I mean, considering this is how big the thing would have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the plastic on this thing.
I know. Oh, man. I like seeing Dexter next to Leia. You know?
This took like a week to print. Because it was individual pieces. He does have swappable heads. They have a smiling and an unsmiling model that Luke did for the... And you can get all this on for anyone who wants the files. It's on Luke's Patreon. You go to Landspeeder Luke. So like here's the swappable head for...
That's great.
A little bit of the smile, non-smiling.
That's great.
He's even got his little nose ring. That...
Man, what a guy. What a guy.
Now, where would you put your 12-inch Dexter Jetster?
A great question. See, because I'm having this trouble right now where I pre-ordered I think it's a Sideshow, the Vader with the cracked helmet from Obi-Wan.
Right.
I pre-ordered that, and then I pre-ordered the Man from Another Place, the Twin Peaks Sideshow. That's like, he's like this big or something like that. And I'm like, where am I going to put all of these big guys? You know?
Well, you're going to have to start using shelf extensions like I have.
Oh no. I got to figure it out.
Oh, he's twist tied. I thought that was a belt. Well, where store? I mean, you have books. You have.
I do. I have
media behind you.
Yeah, I have books, and a lot of these books could be shifted, I think, in order to create some more space. But I think it just becomes a matter of swapping things and having what's on display and what's not on display. You know,
so you're curating it.
You got to curate, the experience.
Inviting people over for we're showcasing our Muppets month.
Yeah. Now I ordered Papa Noida over there. I ordered the family set while we were in Edinburgh in Scotland. and it
Has it
showed up.
arrived?
Someone stole it.
What?
Someone stole it from my mailroom.
I mean,
it was like $60 with shipping it.
It's a special kind of theft for them to steal and keep
Well,
your Lucas family box set.
That's what I was confused by. I was like, who opens this and then goes like, oh, I don't want this, you know?
So do you think it wound up in the trash?
I have no idea.
So you're gonna get it wasn't insured or anything, right? You don't have any recourse?
No.
Are you gonna get it again?
Yeah, probably. Let's see what they're going for right now.
That is absolutely the case.
George Lucas family.
I forgot because I got my set. I got this from Tungori.
Yeah.
When they were on eBay, when they're an eBay seller. So technically you can order the George independent of the set.
Yeah, which is honestly really the only one that I want, but I just like the idea of the box.
But the set is great.
Yeah, the set right now looks like there's only one on eBay, and it's over $100 plus $30 shipping.
And no offer?
Or best offer, but $30 shipping.
Okay, so offer them $20.
Let's see. Let's see how much I can do. I can get Baron by himself for 20. Oh, wait. Oh, hang on. Here's one. Where's this coming from? San Carlos, California. Is that
you can go pick it up.
I know. I'm wondering where that is.
Don't give them the chance.
Mm-hmm. It's in San Mateo. It's way up there. Okay, so let's see.
You know someone who's touring up there, someone who's driving through.
That is true. And you know what? Look, I don't know if you're talking about us, but if you're a George Lucas Talk Show fan, maybe first weekend of February would be a good time to be in San Francisco. That's all I'll say about.
I think there's some festival or something that's happening around, like involving a bunch of sketches and such, right?
Interesting.
Usually around that time of year.
Fascinating. Look, it might be a good time to go see a talk show or a play or a one-man improv show. I don't know. There could be a lot of stuff going on, you know?
If only that means it's now the Patrick Prov.
Yeah, it is. but I do it as George Lucas.
Are the other George Prov shows going up? Are those hitting the site at some point?
Yeah, I have one more edited, and then there's one more after that I need to finish editing.
They are incredible watches.
They're wild. They're really fun. I'm curious how they play for someone who is not in the room, but
chairs are loud.
I know, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know,
the fact that you were able to record in those spaces, and have the entirety of the shows that you recorded be extant is a remarkable thing.
That was what my goal was. I was like, let's just even if we film them and they don't ever go up anywhere,
they're posterity.
Yes, and let's see what it looks like when we film it. You know what I mean? But it's hard because that room is so small, and people are so close to the stage. And there's an air conditioner, and there's so many noises around you. That
I love the beautiful framing of George's water bottle in front of the camera as he went up into the audience. That was a legitimately beautiful shot.
Yeah, I sort of go crazy editing those a little bit while I'm doing it. I'm just like,
as someone who also does producing and audio editing, anytime someone says bleep this,
I know.
Or when you have to, because you have to be in a mental state to catch all those things too.
For sure.
And you can't really multitask.
The Comic-Con show is up. I think it's premiering literally right now, and there's so many bleeps in it. It's still watchable and funny, but it's very much a bleep this show.
So you're going to Edinburgh. You made that decision. That's a big financial decision that you all in the show made.
Sure.
And then you're also understanding that then SAG is going on strike.
Yeah.
And putting these rules down.
Yeah.
And you're doing the George Lucas Talk Show, which is heavily connected to a bit of struck work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beyond just pop culture references that people just make.
For sure. It was hard. It was definitely hard. I think we figured out a somewhat happy medium. It's hard. It's definitely it's not what you set out trying to when you get there and you're like, oh no, wait a second, we can't talk about Star Wars at all. It's like very difficult and very like, oh shoot, what did we get ourselves into? But I think we figured out the best way to do it. And luckily, a lot of those people who are on the show were not film or TV actors per se. They were, British or theater people or just comedy people or whatever. So like, it did not take that much work to not talk about movies or TV.
Right. We're gonna open some solo stuff.
Look at that. I like that.
Yeah. Sloppy Chewbacca. Muddy Hound. Look at that. The disembodied hand of Force Link.
That famous disembodied hand.
$4. $4 at Ollie's.
Wow.
Still have solo stuff showing up.
Wow. That's crazy. I don't have that much solo stuff. What do I have? I have a Donald Glover Lando.
Which was obligatory.
That might be it.
But you did UCB around with Donald at some point, didn't
I
you?
was after.
That was way after?
Yeah, I was way. He was on Community by the time I moved to New York. I met him at something, but I don't remember what. But yeah, no real.
I'm shocked he's never done the talk show, or has he been approached and it never worked out?
I've never approached. He feels a little too big for me,
What's too big for the show now? Honestly,
I think a lot of stuff's too big still.
You
Also,
think?
he's also working actively on a project for Lucasfilm, which makes it tough, And I don't have a direct connection. It's hard when people get to be that famous that like
right, just trying to get
through reps is really tough,
because what does it get them to get their client on?
Exactly. Yeah, nothing. It gets them nothing. Especially when he's writing a movie for them, or whatever that project is going to be.
But then you get surprise guests that somehow get through.
Yeah.
The blockade.
Yeah, and usually those are a direct connection or some weird like this person worked with this person and knows somebody, Yeah, but you just never know what person is actually going to say yes,
So then who was your biggest surprise?
There's some weird noise going on outside. I'm going to go shut that door. Who was my
if this is the last time we ever saw you.
Do you mean like who was the biggest surprise that that they did it?
Yeah, said yes.
I don't know.
I mean, I've certainly seen shows where folks who said yes.
Oh, Whoopi. It's Whoopi. It has to be Whoopi.
So what was the process of Whoopi?
She's in the Tick pilot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that pilot goes back such a long way.
Yeah. So one of the producers was like her original manager or something like that. So it's just to ask through that guy. And I still don't really know how it happened or why it happened, but it did happen. And I think she had fun. So I imagine she does not remember doing it,
There's been a handful of guests.
Yeah.
In the live stuff.
Yeah.
Perhaps some of the Edinburgh stuff.
Sure.
Where people are confused actively throughout the entire thing as to
what am I doing here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some borderline antagonistically.
Yeah. Yeah. Fascinating.
And what's great is how much Connor and Griffin feed off of that energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that can derail some performers and shows.
For sure.
To have a guest who's putting off a weird energy consistently.
Yeah. I think at this point, we can pretty much deal with anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've made it through a hurricane.
Yeah. I think at this point, it's like one of those things where we know how to handle almost every situation. Pretty much. But I don't know. I'm saying that now, and that means something else is going to show up, But
so what's more inconvenient for you? A guest not showing up, or when Griffin needs you to run for a drink?
Ooh, I mean, guess not showing. Well, here's the thing. At a certain point, you hit a point where it's like, there's nothing I can do about this. If you're 10 minutes before the show and this person has not shown up, they're not gonna be like, oh no, I'm at home, I'll get in my car and come over.
Right.
So you sort of just have to accept what has happened, and just live with that. Okay, I have put in a bid on a Lucas collector set, mint inbox.
How many days are left on it?
3 days left. $20, $11 shipping.
Why would you put a bid down? That's the wrong way to eBay, Patrick.
What are you talking about?
You never show your hand. You snipe the last 6 seconds of an auction. You sit on it.
I'll forget.
I set remind. All you have to do is you set it in your watch list, and it'll send you an email going, "Hey, this thing's about to end that you were interested in."
But see, here's the thing: when I do that, I will go, "Ugh, you know what? I don't really need it."
So you'd rather be a surprise, like, "Oh, you won this thing,"
and then be like, "Oh, fuck, I have to pay for that now." One of those things. Yeah, I will talk.
I hyper focus.
Yeah, I will talk myself out of it. Which it's probably better for me because I have too much stuff, Well,
sadly, I will talk myself into things,
sure,
and then focus on it until I actually win whatever the thing is,
sure,
through subsequent and numerous failed attempts to get it.
Yeah,
like that Hermiodal. There were so many that, and I'll set like a thing like, this is my threshold. If it goes beyond this,
yes.
And then I'll go like $10 above if I go beyond this, and then I'll suddenly go, no, stop.
Yeah.
This is wrong. Don't do this.
Yeah. It's not like you don't have other figures,
Well, there's a little bit of judgment in your voice.
I mean, there's not.
It's because it's right. It's correct.
Because if you look back here, I just recently bought a second Johnny Fiamma because I wanted the other suit,
Well, wait till you get into lips collecting.
I've got my lips. I am good on more lips. I don't need more lips.
You say that now.
I know.
And where do you stand on all of your? I'm going to put this cage together later. This thing is ridiculous.
I think he's the only second. Oh no, that's not true. I have 2 Deadlies too.
Do you have the entire band?
I do. I have the entire band.
And you have Animal's full bandstand.
Yeah.
Now where are you going to put that?
I won't. It's in my closet.
Here's my problem, because I recently, since we talked, I went and I got out of the attic my huge, because I was on Palisades mailing list.
Sure, you can see
on the press list.
There's Pigs in Space up there.
So there's maybe, hey Eric, there's maybe 3 or 4 figures I don't have.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
and some of the variants.
Yeah.
But I went through them all.
Yeah.
And so I have all the play sets. I have the Pigs in Space. I have the Backstage play set. I have the Swedish Chef Kitchen.
Yep.
Where are we putting all these things? Because it would be great to display them all.
Yeah. I had them in my childhood bedroom. I believe they were all up except for I bought Dr. Teeth and the lab. I bought those 2 later on. The lab is my least favorite one. I don't really like the lab that much. But those were all on bookshelves in my childhood bedroom. But Marshall Grover, your name is Marshall Grover. Go buy Grover.
Yeah, and why don't we have a Marshall Grover figure?
Great question.
I mean, just looking at the image right there on Marshall Grover's avatar.
I know. The Sesame line makes me really sad.
We're not going to get deep cuts. We're not going to get.
I know. Let's see if any of the prototypes are up on.
I will say that Boss Fight Studios Fraggle Rock line is off to a good start, though.
But they're so expensive.
But they are so expensive.
They're so expensive. There's no world where I'm going to spend $40 on each of those.
You know, if I only get one,
yeah,
I would get a traveling mat.
Yeah, sure.
If I only got two, I would get a Gobo, just because also huge affinity for, I'm friend Jerry Nelson. So to have a Gobo seems right.
Of course.
But then when you have a Gobo, you need Wembley and a Red and a Moki and then it just then a Sprocket.
Yeah.
And then where's our Doc figure?
I would love a 12-inch Jerry Parks.
Jerry Parks. There's a beautiful. Has anyone ever seen on the wrap day when they were thanking the crew, and it was all of the Muppet performers in character holding their Fraggles aloft and thank you all for being here and for being a part of this and getting really emotional. And Jerry, do you have anything to say? Jerry's back there sitting with a still active Sprocket in character. Jerry's just like, I guess it's been nice.
Oh boy, that's really funny.
Beautiful middle-aged man is just like, okay, are we done? Is this?
These all right? So let's see. The Grovers on eBay right now are all hovering at least more than 200.
That's perfectly reasonable.
There's one that has a best offer,
and they're all still mint in box.
It seems like it, but there's only really one that I want left. And it's the Jim Henson one. I don't have the Jim Henson one.
Oh, I'm looking at him up there.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend $300.
And you have the Kermit, the limited Kermit with the banjo on the log.
I never really cared about that one.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like that he can't move.
Well, he can move.
He's on the log.
But he's still articulate with the banjo. He can still move his head and arms and such.
Yeah, I don't know. It was never I never got excited about it.
Not a Rainbow Connection.
What I would have wanted is the Robin.
Yes, which is exclusive to it.
Yeah. But I don't like that they're sitting on something. That's the thing that.
But he comes off the log. You can put him on steps, halfway up them. In fact, if you'd like.
Really? Oh, I thought he.
No, he's not attached to the log. No, he's a separate piece. In fact, let me. So I have to get up. He's right over here.
That might change things.
He's actually in grabbing distance. So, hold on. Ta-da!
Wow. Huh.
So yeah, you can sit him I could sit him on a Hermiodal if I wanted to. Look.
It's too. I wonder if he could sit in Sweetums' hand.
Do you want me to grab my Sweetums?
Yeah, I do. That's if not. Now, what is this show for?
So much is going to fall over right now. So
oh my God.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I didn't even see the stuff behind you.
You don't understand what you're asking right now. He's so heavy. Oh no. Oh, I just Skeletor just lost his Havoc staff. Malakili went falling. Akbar's down.
Wait, well, hang on. If you got a problem with Malakili, we could just open this one.
Oh my gosh.
Look at him.
So tell me you're not going to get that Robin.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Little Froggy.
Oh.
Yeah. You thought you would have avoided it, huh? I'm not going to get it.
Okay. Maybe I will. We'll see. I'm really trying to make these three be the last.
You have a Sweetums, right?
I have Sweetums.
But come on, look.
I know. But is that little Robin worth $40?
Well, Patrick, I am.
Oh. Oh.
Halfway to your house is the place where I'll be.
Oh no. I have almost bought some of the prototypes. Those have been the things that I've been thinking about. Because there's a cool deadly one that I thought about, but they're again $200, And if I'm going to spend $200 on a prototype, I might as well just buy the Jim Henson one.
Well, I mean, these are not mutually exclusive things that you're saying. More shows. Do more shows.
It's not up to me. Not up to me.
Oh, look, he had his he even had his little.
He looks great. Oh wow. He looks great.
He does. I mean, if this hasn't sold you on trying to for a reasonable price, if you can find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that they put him only available in that, because the only other Robin you can get is the Frog Scout.
Yeah, which I have. I have the Frog Scout one.
But it's not the same. Yeah, no, he is not. The log was a separate element.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It's not, I knocked all kinds of stuff over. Grab this, but you know it was worth it.
I'm glad. I'm glad we did it.
If I could make you buy at least one thing while we're talking, that it was all worth it.
Well, I bid on the Lucas family. I did that.
But that's sad. That's a do-over for something you should have sitting in your home right now.
I know.
I'm going to leave him on Hermiodal for now.
I
also like this, the pure Sears catalog posing of him.
I know.
He's not.
It is a bummer that they didn't just make a regular naked Robin. You know, I think. Oh God, what's his name? Ken Lilly on Instagram was posting that they were like gonna make a Robin in one of the future lines, but they just obviously didn't.
I wish they got a do-over on Kermit.
I know.
Once you get that thing open.
Yeah.
Because he wilts so fast on those legs.
I know. Even right now, it looks like. All right, let me just open it. Here we go.
You don't open it carefully. You go carefully. You're gonna tear. You gonna save that card back?
I probably won't save the card back.
Oh,
I probably won't. Ken, I don't have space.
I don't know. I am not. I am completely supportive of Patrick. I'm not an enabler.
He is an enabler. He is.
Look at the smile on your face. Look, you're gonna.
It was bad for me.
About to hold a Kermit in your hand.
I know. All right, the back is off. He is out of the plastic. Instantly lost 40% of his value.
Get that Muppet Show camera.
I know.
It's time to light the lights, Patrick. Come on.
What if I just pop him out and he breaks instantly? That happened to me a couple months ago with it was a Marty. It was a Marty McFly, and I was trying to put his backpack on, and his arm just popped off. It was a NECA Marty.
It happened to me with trying to put a C-3PO on a peg.
What fell off?
And the back of his it hit the back of his foot, the back of his foot. What's the heel? Yeah. His heel just snapped right off.
That stinks.
Because it was already he was the plating already.
Yeah.
Which meant it has to be that special more brittle plastic to do.
Sure. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think my Janice's leg fell off.
I've had a Floyd arm come off.
Oof,
but that was on the more recent Diamond Select figures. Listen, some of their figures are good. I like that they're in scale with, if you wanted to put them next to a Star Wars figure, it's like the scale with that. I'm not a fan of their scooter. I don't know what went wrong on their scooter on that sculpt.
Yeah.
The absolute best scooter still remains that Palisade scooter.
Oh, absolutely.
And second best is the one representing you in the lineup.
Yeah, what is this guy? He's like a little bendy?
That's the finger puppets. Those are the old school Muppet Show finger puppets. There was a puppet theater. That was the stick puppets.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where the stick would go in.
Okay.
But instead of the jacket, it looks like he's wearing a sweater.
Sure.
But this is my childhood scooter. And what you'll see is
where is it?
At the ankles, he's going to start leaning forward.
Forward.
That's the bend point, is the ankles. The ankles, he's just going to start leaning over more and more and more.
Oh, that's sad.
I
So
usually
you're saying I should have left him in.
so mine right now, I've had to turn the legs in, so
Yeah.
basically he's pigeon-toed
Oh,
to get him to stand up straight.
sure. Huh. Well, there you go. He's got his little.
But he'd stand great behind that backstage desk.
Yeah.
So maybe time to crack that out. Get rid of those books. You're not reading any.
Well, the other problem is it's so damn tall.
It is. It's basically a 2-shelfer.
It has to go on the top shelf, pretty much. And
or you just make a little centerpiece display right there in that big open space right there.
I've got too many things on the top shelf. You know, how am I supposed to make room when there's so many good things on the top shelf, like this Chevy Chase Show hard hat?
Wow. That's a protect from reviews. Was that an eBay purchase, or did you find that in a pawn shop in LA?
Do you know George Grimwood?
I know of him. I do not know him.
George gave that to me at a London show in April.
Does he have further provenance on it?
I don't know where
his hands.
I don't know where he got it from.
Was that a wrap gift or was that a launch gift?
I assume it was a launch gift. He's been my Chevy Chase Show enabler. He also sent me a clock that has Chevy on it, and the only number on it is 11 because the show came on at 11 p.m. He also sent me a piece of artwork, which I can't tell if it's an original piece of art, like a bumper artwork. I can't tell. I don't know what it is, but it rules.
Have you seen the bumper on an episode? Do you find the episode with that bumper?
I haven't gone through the episodes yet. He also did send me the majority of the episodes.
So what you're saying is we need another lockdown watch parties for.
Look, it was on my list of ones that I wanted to watch. We were never going to get him, you know, and we didn't want him necessarily. But he has been doing a lot of signings lately, and I do have a full-size one-sheet poster, the Looking to Fill the Gap in Late Night Chevy Chase Show poster. And I'm like, what if I sent that in for the signing? Like, would he sign it? What would he do? You know?
Oh, there'd be some kind of gag associated with it.
For sure. But it would be the only signed Chevy Chase Show poster in existence.
But you kind of need to get that hat signed, too.
I know.
Just think that hat could have been on a full-size Cookie Monster if that had ever gone into production.
I didn't give to it because I saw it in person and I didn't.
It was worth the money.
Yeah.
If you know what goes into making a puppet, and you know it's not far off from where the master replicas were going to be, and it would be easily at least a third as much, if not more, if they had launched that campaign now. It was a missed opportunity. It was the wrong time to do so many of those things, because that was the same time that they were launching the Razor Crest.
Probably. Yeah. How much was he? I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at.
I thought he was 500. Was he 500 or was he 300? Maybe it was only 300.
It might have been 300.
300 should have been a slam dunk.
Yeah, it was 300. They needed 3,000.
And what did they reach?
I don't know, because when you
when you go to the HasLab, they don't tell you what the failed numbers were.
Yeah,
that's what online discourse is for.
Yeah. Let's see.
You want to open a Star Tours figure?
That's a good one. Yeah, sure.
Skeezy 38.
It only got 624 out of 3,000. Those Star Tours figures are good. I want a Rex one. I don't have a Rex one.
Oh, the classic Rex?
Yeah.
Because you get DJ Rex now.
I know.
But that was one of my go ahead and get it eBay purchases, was the classic Rex.
Is DJ Rex Black Series?
Yes.
Oh, there he is. Look at him.
And you should be able to get that for a reasonable price.
42, including shipping.
Well, I mean, shipping included.
Yeah.
You should go. You know where they probably have it in stock?
They probably do. They not have them at Galaxy's Edge anymore, or at Disney?
They do. They have him in a box set now, a droid box set.
No. Oh.
He was available individually from Target, part of their Galaxy's Edge collection. They did a Hondo release at the same time. Hondo's droid. But they were individually boxed. Parks is a multi-pack, but you might be able to pick that. Have you ever been to, and I haven't, but everyone raves about it, Frankensons?
No.
Near you?
No.
Which is like a collectibles mart.
Where is this? What is Ken, what are you doing to me?
Look up Frankensons. I think it's in maybe City of Industry.
FRANKINCENSE?
No, Frank and like ampersand sort of, or AND, yeah.
Oh.
Frank, also his sons.
Oh, Frankensons. I misheard what you said.
It's the holiday season, so you're.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, this will be your ruin.
Oh no!
This will. Don't eBay anymore. Now you should just go here. Listen, this is why I'm glad I'm not there.
Wait, it's like a show. It's like a collectible show.
Yes, yeah. But it's permanent.
Is it open every day?
I at the very least it's open weekends.
Oh, it's open Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh no. Let's see how far away this is. Hang on.
I would bet it's within an hour of you, tops.
45 minutes. Oh no.
You know what? They probably would have some of the Muppet figures there too.
Oh no.
Look at how great this figure is.
Yeah, that's cool.
This I think I got for $15. It was still in stock on Amazon.
Cool. Is he like down where they're like loading luggage or something? I'm like trying to figure out where he even is in the ride.
Well, this is the original version of the ride.
Okay, sure.
And I believe he was flying above. In that loading.
Yeah.
Either that or he's seen in the background. I have to go back and watch the video of the original. But yeah, so this is the 2002 releases when they did 4 or 5 different Star Tours figures at that time. Then they did a set when they did the refit of the ride that has like the Allison Janney figure in it.
Yeah.
Her droid. And they also released a playset of the ship itself.
Yes.
That is ridiculous to try and get.
I know. I've been tempted to get that. That animatronic was originally one of the animatronic birds in Splash Mountain. And then they took the skin off and it became that.
Not Splash Mountain.
It says Splash Mountain.
It says Splash Mountain. It's sourced to where the other animatronics were, and the animatronics for Splash Mountain were all America Sings.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Oh, look, his beak opens.
Wikipedia says Splash Mountain.
Because that's why the security droids all have the goose feet. If you even go to Star Tours now, those web mechanical. But oh, look at that! Oh, he is evil looking.
He's cool. He looks great.
We got tubes. Oh, the flexible tubes. This is a involved figure for $6 at the time. Oh, we're gonna put him. I'll put him right over there. Yeah, Frankensons. I think you're gonna have to
that's a problem.
Make a trip out to. Who would you take with you? Who would be
no one? I don't want anyone to know about this.
Well, you picked the wrong venue for us to have this discussion then.
No, but I'm saying it's going to be bad. Whatever I buy is going to be bad, you know?
Yeah. Well, but you're going to go with a budget, right? You're not just. Okay. Well,
I don't know. It'll be fun. I like.
I watched it because some of the channels, like I think Lane Speeder Luke has a video, a walkthrough. And it's one of those ones where you freeze frame and go, yeah, I'd get that, and get that, and definitely get that. Oh my gosh, they had that.
Yeah.
And then I have to refrain from asking people to like, you think maybe you could swing by and pick up something? That'd be swell.
But I think I'm also pretty good at just going and looking at stuff and not actually buying things.
I'm famous last words.
But I'm whenever I go to Comic-Con, I'm always like, oh, I'm going to spend so much money. And then I went to New York this year and I spent like $40 maybe.
But there's, for New York and San Diego,
yeah,
those dealers' rooms aren't the same as what they used to be when it came to walking around and finding stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you do a smaller convention,
sure,
then it's more the dealers' rooms that you would drop a lot of money at. But you don't have the kind of retailers that we would be buying stuff, bringing stuff to those cons.
Yeah. And
if they're paying the money to go to those cons, it's not going to be for a price you want to pick up anything from them for.
Yeah, that's true.
Want to open up a weird Chewbacca release?
Oh, we like this. What is
this? Is a deleted scenes Chewbacca.
Is this the putting? Oh no. What?
This is the Sandstorm Chewbacca. And can you figure out what makes it the Sandstorm Chewbacca?
Does he have goggles or is he squinting?
He's not squinting. Here, look a little closer at him.
I don't think of what he does in the sandstorm.
So he's a little bit windswept, but that's not the thing that makes him the Sandstorm deleted scene Chewbacca.
I have no idea.
Oh, this is the Droid Factory.
Oh,
releases as well. Let's see what makes him the delete. I need a razor blade for this thing.
Do you have an answer to this, or is this?
I do. I was saying if you could guess how you'd take a Chewbacca and make him a Sandstorm Chewbacca.
I don't know. They're about to meet Boba Fett.
Yeah, I saw we're watching the holiday special.
Yeah.
Is it Nelvana?
Of course. I have a cell from this.
Is it better than what was the giveaway you all did?
Oh. From droids?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's better. It's like stormtroopers on like a floating thing on this planet. A floating ship.
Is that an eBay purchase?
It was an eBay purchase. Yeah, it was like an immediate pre-COVID eBay purchase, which was great timing.
Did it arrive during COVID?
I think I got it framed during COVID, so I don't remember when it exactly arrived.
No, is that hanging up right now, or is that still packed away?
It's in my room, but I don't think I can get it. I think it's in one of those like if somebody no like earthquake hanging things,
right?
So it doesn't fall off the wall. So I'd have to like unlatch it, and so it's a whole thing. Okay, what makes him Sandstorm Chewbacca?
So what makes any guess before we pull him out?
He doesn't have goggles and he doesn't have like a poncho on, because a bunch of them have ponchos, but I don't think he does.
Is there anything that happened to Chewbacca leading up to the sandstorm?
And
what's great is the way this figure is put in the package.
Yeah.
Is I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional that it covers up exactly what makes this thing unique.
I don't know. I can't. Does he have a handcuff on one arm or something?
He does not. So the reveal is he's got his bandaged leg.
Do you even see that in the movie? Is it only in that scene?
Well, he didn't have time to there was no bandaging scene at the Sarlacc pit. It would have been he just walks up with that bandage in the background as they're all saying their goodbyes.
Weird.
We get bandaged leg Chewbacca.
So strange.
But the reason I got him, other than you know how I love my novelty figures, was that I have a Tatooine skiff, that that I've been wanting to do forever. I'll pick all those bits up later, I
Yeah.
guess. This is the only Chewbacca figure that has that sort of windswept
Sure.
fur, like
Sure.
when he's standing on the skiff.
That's so funny. Yeah, I've been wanting to get. I want to get those like the repackaged the Black Series and the Han one that are like $5 at Ollie's, but there's no Ollie's near me.
Which one do you need?
I want like the older Han, and there's a Chewie that they keep putting up at Ollie's for like $5. But
Oh yeah, the archive.
yeah,
Chewie,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, do you want me just to get like a care package for you?
I
Because
mean, look,
they have like a dozen of those old Hans.
if you're at an Ollie's and you see one, I'm not opposed.
Am I at an Ollie's?
We don't have any near us.
Listen, I wish we didn't.
Yeah.
It is a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Because you walk in and you're like, oh, I didn't expect to see a Black Series 3 3/4 scale Ponda Baba with his swappable arms sitting here.
My closet.
7 years after it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that. They have Tarkin. I have
Tarkin.
C-3PO, which is why I got a chrome pen and I bought an extra C-3PO and did the TC-14.
Oh wow, he looks good. Yeah, let me know next time you're there. I might ask you to pick up some stuff.
Yeah, you know how sad it is? It is literally 5 minutes from me. I could walk there in 20 minutes if I wanted to walk there.
Okay.
So you want an old Han and a Chewbacca?
I think ideally, yeah. I think those are probably the two.
They also have an $8 Bib Fortuna if you haven't gotten your Bib Fortuna yet.
He's a Black Series?
He's the Black Series Bib Fortuna.
All right.
Get your PayPal ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Cheap. It's cheaper to ship them all together in the flat rate box.
Yeah.
How about this? Next time I'm there,
I
will call you up and go, here's what's here.
Yes.
What do you want?
Right.
And then at a certain point you go, that's enough.
That's enough. Stop. Please.
Don't tell me what's beside that. Don't look behind it.
Do not contact me again.
I don't need to know about the $10 Saw Gerrera deluxe figure that's there.
I've got that one. Don't you worry. I got I got Saw. Don't worry. Saw, I think Saw might have been your fault because you posted that it was like an Amazon sale on Saw. Someone posted it. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll spend $11 on a Saw.
So much is my fault.
I know.
Oh, we can compare Chewbacca's.
Wow. So skinny.
Well, I mean, he'd been starving at that point. Who knows how long he'd been locked up.
That's true. What did they call him? The Beast? They call him something while he's down there.
You see what the box calls him. The box call him Chewbacca? Surely the box must call him Chewbacca, right?
I assume.
And Han's pal.
Huh?
Oh, it's just Chewbacca Mimban.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. So I was looking at this guy, right?
That's the Power of the Force 2 one?
Power of the Force 2. And I was like, I sort of want to put him out. I like him. And I have a Malakili that's already out of the box, but I couldn't find his little staff.
Right.
I had one that was still in the box. And I thought, why don't I do this on here?
Please.
You know? I don't know if I'm going to end up putting him out, but I figured it might be. This is a good one that I don't really care about being in a box, you know?
And those are a dime a dozen to
yeah.
If you ever wanted to get another one in a box for any reason.
I know.
Look how yellowed that plastic is.
I know.
But he's fine, right? He's got
he's fine.
He's got a lot of exposed skin.
Yeah. He's doing okay. I mean, he looks great. This was one of my favorite figures as a kid.
And he's one of the better sculpts from that period.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't have done with a muscular Malakili. Like, I'm glad they got over that phase.
I think we're good. Yeah, I mean, he's a little... I'm, like, looking at the picture of him. The one that they do a little bit of, like, speckling on his chest for chest hair. I wish they did a little more
It
because
was sort of chest hair and dirt.
he does have, you know.
He's got sort of that, but he's got a dirty chest and face too.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks great. I have all of the. I've thought about doing all the bounty hunters, taking them all out because I have all of them. Except is there no IG-88 Power of the Force?
Yeah, he is in Power of the Jedi.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I have all the other ones though.
Yeah, he got released after the Power of the Force 2.
Here he is.
Look at those pants. Comfortable fit.
Him and his friend.
Now, can he hug him? Can you move his arms in so he's like hugging him?
Well, so you can move the arms in.
Can he raise him up to like kissing level?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like he's brushing his teeth. He's got like a little toothpick. Now that we know what it's for. Like we learned that the Tusken Raiders, that's a multi-tool.
Yeah. They should come out with I want a Danny Trejo figure.
That's an exclusive to his shop.
Yeah.
You have to go to one of his restaurants.
Trejo's Donuts. Oh no, the problem is this Rancor's so old that his like I don't know
Is he a little gummy?
I don't know. I just don't know if he's gonna stand up.
You still have the Luke and the bone?
I do. He's not a good stander.
Also, the Luke and the Bone sounds like a pub you could have gone to in Edinburgh.
Yeah, I don't know if this guy's gonna stand. This might have all been for naught.
He's got to like lean him back super far, maybe.
Yeah. The problem is he goes. Maybe if I move his arms. I mean, this is not helpful for you guys at all. No one can see it.
No, but we get a nice clear picture of the shirt.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough.
Now, but here's the other thing. You could also balance him by putting one leg up on an elevated surface to rock him back a little bit.
Well, you know what also I could do is just buy more museum putty.
I know, but the problem with that is slowly but surely it is going to eventually fall. It reaches a point where but he is good.
He is good. He's a good one.
You need to put him like just hanging off your TV.
I mean, yeah. I don't know where I would put him. I'll figure it out.
Now take Malakili's little hood off.
Why? I don't think you can.
Yeah, you can.
It's glued on.
Is that one glued on? Oh, it's just the classic one that it comes off?
Yeah.
Oh. I can't believe they removed that. That was one of the key features of him, was to expose his bald head.
Are you sure the glue just didn't wear off?
There was no glue. It was a rubbery piece that was on the original figure.
Yeah. No, this one's fully glued on.
I would grab that original figure, but I've already knocked over far too many things in this conversation. Oh, but you know what? Now I feel like if I don't do it, then I'm doing a disservice to our conversation by saying it's not important enough.
I agree.
To do these things. So you know what? I just knocked down a vintage genie figure. But I did it, so there he is.
Okay. Wow, look at him. Look at him.
Look at him.
Look
at that. Look at that put him.
I mean, that looks like they reused someone else's head sculpt. Like, that doesn't even look like him.
Yeah, it's a little flexible rubber piece.
Bringing up his Wikipedia page.
Look, he looks all windswept.
Wow.
He's a beautiful man.
Do you know who does the his crying in that movie?
The ADR for it? No.
Yeah. I want to confirm this before I.
Yul Brynner.
Yes, it's Ernie Facilius, who is the man who made Hardware Wars.
Really? They had
Yeah.
him because of the Hardware Wars connection? They were just familiar. It was like, hey, come on down and
I guess so.
do some ADR.
According to sound designer Ben Burt, Facilius based Malakili's sobbing on that of early screen comedian Stan Laurel.
Yeah, it does sound Stan Laurel-y.
Yeah. Roger Ebert says that details like Malakili's distress are what make Star Wars films more than just space operas.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need a wellness check on Malakili.
I hope he's doing okay.
No one thinks to ask. That's the problem.
Let's see, what's the latest? What is the latest Malakili thing?
Oh, he had a Legacy Collection one that's ridiculously expensive to get. I haven't gotten it yet. Yes, in like 2008, 9.
Wait, he was rescued by Cobb Vanth at one point.
Oh, he started a restaurant.
Yeah, it's called the Crystal Moon Restaurant. Oh wait, but that's in Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Oh wait, no, but it's also in Star Wars Complete Locations, which I think is
well, if Cobb Vanth is part of the story, then that's modern Star Wars. That's post expanded universe.
Yeah.
There's a Malakili fan film, says Eric Elliott.
Sure.
I don't know. Why haven't I heard about this Malakili fan film?
I don't know. Oh, he's in Aftermath Life Debt and Aftermath Empire's End. He's in both of those.
So if you were to do a special, if the George Lucas talk show would transition into making fan films,
Malakili,
who would you do? Who would be tops on your list? To
great question.
Also, because you know the talent pool you have access to.
Yeah.
Let's say one of the stars of it. I'll give you a star. See if it points you.
Yeah.
So let's say a star is someone who has appeared shirtless numerous times on the George Lucas talk show. That isn't you. That isn't you.
Okay, Rich. So you're saying Rich.
We're talking Rich.
Okay. Rich Summer would be in a fan. Let me think. Because I want to get the perfect person for this. And my head is only on Jabba's people right now, which I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah, I'll cover up Hermie and Jabba.
Yeah, I think if we're putting, let's see. Rich would be fun in, Rich would be fun as like the accountant at Chalmun's Cantina. You know? He's like, what do you mean he just tossed you some coins? Did he pay for all of his drink? Did that cover, when like Han throws the coins at the bartender? He's like,
that
doesn't cover
this reticence to serve droids.
Yeah.
You know how much money we're
bad for you. Yeah. It's not good for the yeah, I like that. I like him as being like the accountant for the cantina. I think that's fun. And it mostly we're at a good part. I mean, speaking of the
cantina, what timing?
The damn devil.
And speaking of changes in ownership.
Yes. My favorite thing about this appearance of Ponda Baba is that he's wearing short sleeves. And it's clearly because they only had one jacket that like that. So when they cut off his arm, they were
had to adjust accordingly to, well, I guess we're cutting the other one off then.
We gotta cut the other sleeve off. Which is crazy. Like, that's such a crazy way to do it.
I also like that as far as in universe, making lemonade.
Sure.
This is my favorite jacket. So comfortable.
And I know it's technically the same cantina, but it does look so different.
It's amazing what cinematography can do.
I know. I know. I wonder if it can't. No, it's not the same stuff.
I wonder if you took this footage.
Yeah.
And you adjust it down to a 24 FPS rate.
Sure.
And you boxed it, letterboxed it, put a mat on it. What this scene would look like.
I think it would look. There has to be someone
Because you
has
can
to
frame
have
this, you can map this to.
100%. Someone has to have the original tape. Like that master tape has to exist somewhere.
Oh, I mean, without a doubt, I'm sure that Lucas has it. I wonder about, because he could have stipulated, as he did with a lot of things, he could have made this absolutely off limits to do. Like, I'm selling you everything but the holiday special.
But it's not. I mean, like they've mentioned so many things, and they're selling so much merch at the parks now.
But they're not releasing the actual thing itself.
No, I know.
There's a difference between the costuming and
But
characters being.
They released the animated segment.
That could have been a separate deal.
Maybe, but it's on the Blu-ray. I don't know.
The fact we've seen nothing else from this.
Yeah. I just think there is. It's never going to be in perfect HD because it's shot on videotape. You know, like it's never going to look fantastic.
Yeah, but you can do a lot with frame rates and grading to make this look a lot different.
There is a pretty good version. I think I have it downloaded somewhere. That's like someone went through and actually like cleaned it up pretty well.
Oh, I know where you got that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I get that from you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, right.
But yes, that looked great. That is a nice HD good. Master of it.
Yeah. But even like
that's better than it looked when it went out.
For sure. And you fool with the contrast a little bit. You put the bars on top and the bottom. You know, like you could make it look.
But you could. The weird thing about this, you could actually take this now.
Yeah.
As we've seen with the Beatles special, you could actually AI isolate all of their audio.
Yeah.
To where you could remix that entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why we strike.
I mean,
but yeah, if you actually put a score underneath that thing.
For sure. I forgot that I was on a show for a second. I was just watching this scene.
I'm watching with you.
I was compelled by the scene.
How can you not be compelled by the scene?
Yeah.
Where's our Harvey Korman figures?
Man, can you imagine?
So many options.
It does feel like a B. Arthur figure is inevitable.
If you're doing the Life Day Chewbacca, why not just take the next step? And
I know.
What's the name of the chef?
Akmina?
No, that's Akmina.
Oh, who's this? Oh, the Whipster.
Yes, the Whipster. Whipster.
I don't remember what the. Let's see. We'll look.
Whipster, mother of Kitster.
Chef Gourmanda.
Oh yes, how clever.
Now here's the thing: Paul Brook is still alive, the man who played Malakili, and I feel like it's a missed opportunity that he was not in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
still alive.
And where's all of our Ewok film figures?
I just got back. Have you ever seen my Ewok poster that I bought?
No.
Oh, Ken.
What did you get?
During COVID.
I love how many decisions start off with during COVID.
It was bad for me. During COVID, hang on one second. I just want to pull this up so when I tell the story, I will have it ready to go. During COVID, obviously, was spending a lot of money on bullshit.
Mental health.
Online. Yeah, mental health. And it, let's see, share screen. Share screen. Can I do this?
Should let you do it, right?
Oh, yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't have to log in. Okay, here we go. Home tab. Don't bring this up just yet. I spent a lot of money on a poster coming from Italy, and I said, I want an Italian Ewoks movie poster. I said, it looks so cool. I really would like it. I did not check the dimensions when I bought it.
Oh, no.
And you can bring up the shared screen.
So it is a cinema poster.
It is an Italian cinema folio 2, which is their size that they go through. And it's huge. It's really big. I did just send it to a convention to get signed by Warwick. and I got it back. So it's, I believe, going to force me to hang it up now.
Can
I
you
have.
laminate it and make a shower curtain out of it?
I know. I think I'm going to get it linen backed. I think that is the plan, is getting it linen
Oh.
backed, and then.
Have you come across that poster restoration TikTok account yet?
Absolutely. And you know what? They're based in Los Angeles, so you
I
know
know.
that's who I'm going to go to. I'm obsessed with them. I'm fully obsessed with them. But yeah,
that is.
It-
Is it Drew Struzan or is it Struzan-esque?
no, it's a Struzan.
You can get it signed by Drew still too.
I know. And now it does say to Patrick Yubnub Warwick Davis on it. So
Is it extra for Yubnub?
I don't remember how much if there was an extra cost for that, but I said I need to have him write that.
L'Avventura degli Ewoks.
Yeah, it rules.
I mean, that is. Did they do one for the other film too?
I don't know. And honestly, I don't want to know, you know? Let's see, Battle for Endor. Or Italian poster. But then I got really into a Italian poster. What is it? I got really into it. Okay, this is just a one sheet. There's a 27 by 41 sheet.
It's good that you live in the mansion now, so you have the room to hang all these things up. Is that going to be entryway, or is that going to be in the gallery?
Now there is technically an entryway to the apartment. It is right there, and the wall right there is big enough for this. I did check, and I have not hung up anything since I've moved there because I'm like holding that space for it.
So everyone who makes a delivery to the door will see.
Yeah. But it's gonna cost like a month's rent.
Well, and also you need to frame it with museum glass because if you're in an entryway, that light exposure.
But the entryway does not go directly outside.
Doesn't matter. As soon as you open that door, you're hurting it a little bit more.
I agree. But that's the thing. It's going to weigh 200 pounds. It's so big.
It's so big.
I'm probably not.
Was it because it was metric? Did they list it in metric? Did that throw you off?
No, I think I just looked at it and said, "Oh, it's a regular fucking poster." Like I was just like, it's like a normal poster.
Is that the biggest poster you own now?
Yes, but a couple weeks ago, I was going to go to this show in Burbank because it was like an autograph show because a lot of the Twin Peaks people were going to be there.
Right.
And I said, I'm never going to see Cheryl Lee, just on the street or whatever.
At Kroger.
Yes. So let me buy a Fire Walk with Me poster and I'll go to this show. So this is a weird story. I don't think I've told this story on anything. So I bought, again, an Italian Fire Walk with Me poster. The same thing happened. And I noticed that it was big. And I said, cancel. And I had to message the guy in Italy and be like, no, cancel this. So I just bought a regular one sheet, like the regular US one sheet for it.
Right.
And I saw in there that it said ships from Los Angeles. So I said, I messaged the guy and I said, let me just come pick this up. It'll save us time, money, it'll save us all that stuff. So the guy goes, great. Where do you live? I said, the part of town that I live in. And he says, oh, I also live there. And I said, okay, great. And I said, I live near blah, 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 a point of interest. And he goes, oh, I also live near there. And I said, I live on X street. And he goes, I also live there. And he lives 3 houses down.
So you've walked by this person.
For sure. I walked down and I got it from him. It was so bizarre.
Is he going to help you hang it too?
And then I
make a new friend.
I got COVID and I didn't go to the thing, but I paid a man to go get it signed because I had already bought the tickets.
Now, where is that going to go?
That's going to go above my couch right here.
Okay, so you already have a space marked out for that too.
And that is currently at Michael's being framed.
Does it feel like a home yet? How long have you been there now?
I moved in December 1st.
Oh, so you're about to celebrate a year.
About a year. Yeah, we're coming up on a year.
So now it feels like do you miss New York at all?
Just one more round, friends, and homeward bound, friends.
We're gonna open this weird skeezy.
Ooh, like that.
Anakin.
Do I miss New York at all? I go back and forth. I miss some people in New York, but there's not much in.
Look at that stinky face.
Both times I've been to New York since moving, while I've been there, I've been like, oh, I don't miss this. So that's
because of the. Well, you also, I mean, going when it's still hot is never a time to remember it fondly either.
Yeah, but I was there in April and October, so neither.
Well, April it's kind of miserable,
and October kind of was too because it was pouring the whole time we were there.
But like a fresh snowfall before it turns
for sure
gray and slushy. That's
the best time to be there. But you can't live your life with 3 days out of the year being the best time to be there, you know?
But I'm sure you miss the sleepovers that you and Connor and Griffin would have, right? I mean,
yeah, all those sleepovers.
You don't have those options anymore, right? You know, the pizza parties,
I think they both have been to my apartment maybe twice.
Yeah, but to be fair, during COVID, you all practically lived in each other's apartments.
That's true.
Virtually.
That is true. Yeah.
Everyone got more insights into each other's lives.
True.
Than you probably did in years of knowing each other.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But it weirdly does, like, to me, Griffin and Watto are two different people in my brain.
I hope so.
But if you were like, oh, you've spent 400 hours on screen with Griffin, I would say, no, I haven't.
Yeah, but they do share a love of Taco Bell.
and an extracted gallbladder.
Yeah, so there's the Venn diagram of Griffin and Watto.
He looks good. I like this guy. Now, what is this? Is this a comic one?
So this is, it's not the micro series. This is a weird period.
What's it called? Fall of the Republic?
So this is Clone Wars, Army of the Republic.
Army of the Republic.
Anakin. So I wonder if this is sort of speculative of like what this feels like using.
It's from 2003. But it's not Gendi, because the Gendi stuff was 2005.
Yeah, so it's like speculating on the Clone Wars before.
Yeah. Weird.
There's Dirge. You know what? I wonder if this is more comics based.
Oh, was Dirge? Dirge was comics first?
Wasn't he?
I don't know.
Wasn't he Dark Horse?
Let's see.
Because that's not micro series. That's Mace Windu in this line. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Dirge, let's see.
And look at the Asajj Ventress.
I mean, what a girl.
As for George went, no more skin.
Let's see. Dirge. Behind the scenes. Dirge was created for the Clone Wars multimedia project.
Which speaks to me of comics and...
It was a 3-year project created by Del Rey, Dark Horse, Cartoon Network, and LucasArts.
Yeah, so this is them all just playing in this. Oh, wait till you see the Yoda.
Wait, though. I think Dirge...
Did he appear in the micro series first?
I think Dirge started in the micro series and then went to comics, maybe.
So this is the comic stuff that came after the micro series and the movie, and them sort of expanding that.
Yeah, because season 1 of the micro series was 2003. What year does it say on there?
Probably 2003.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is not Hayden Christensen. Maybe his stand-in.
What's the
look at that Padawan ponytail.
What's the Douglas Trumbull Natalie Wood movie? Brainstorm?
I think it's Brainstorm.
I think that looks like the Brainstorm helmet.
I mean, this looks like the headset I was using in '99.
Yeah.
To make phone calls with.
Yes. Here, we're gonna hang on 1 second. Just want to give people, in case they haven't seen 1983's Brainstorm. There he is.
Yeah, I'd say that is pretty close.
Yeah.
Also, go watch Brainstorm.
Yeah, I've actually never seen it. I've wanted to watch. I think it's on Criterion right now.
Well, get it while you can.
Oh
But
wow, Natalie Wood died during that movie. Like she had finished all of her major scenes.
look at this
That's
Yoda.
wild. Sorry, talking about Natalie Wood's death. Oh, look at him. Wait, I think did I have this one? I might have had this one.
With his shawl.
Oh wait, no, it's a 2-pack though, or is it?
It was released also as a 2-pack.
Oh, maybe I
But
did.
these were released individually, but in this set,
Yeah.
they were a value pack
Wow.
with a bonus figure.
Wow.
But look at his little there's a little action
Yeah.
hover. It doesn't look very safe. None of it looks.
Yeah.
No health and safety. These little guardrail.
Wow.
But something about the shawl look, it just looks like you went to go meet him in the home.
Yes. Or he's like at a synagogue or something. You know what I mean? Like it looks
Yes,
like
it's ceremonial.
Yes.
It looks like, him and the Belloc figure should be hanging out.
I didn't get the Belloc figure. I have the regular Belloc. I don't have the ceremonial Belloc.
I got enough of those figures on clearance to make another arc.
Oh, really? I don't have the 2 poles.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I because that comes with Indie.
Yeah.
I got them for $10 off of eBay. Someone who got an Indie figure and was just selling. So look on eBay for just the Build-A-Figure parts.
Yeah. I bought the little eagle guys that go on top of the arc, but I did not buy
the poles.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't about to. The Indie is the only figure that is retained value.
Yeah.
And I did get an extra Marion.
I like the Marion one. I think it looks fine.
Because I put the Marion head on a Princess Leia Black Series figure.
Oh, for the
alternate casting.
Oh, sure.
Listen, when they're that cheap, you get kind of bored, and you're like, well, what if?
I get it.
That's why I got the Sala, so I can start my sliders set.
I'm just mad they didn't do a Temple of Doom.
Molaram?
Oh, not Temple of Doom. Sorry, Last Crusade Sala.
Which they did in the retro line only for some reason.
Yeah. I wanted the Last Crusade Sala and Last Crusade Marcus. Like, Last Crusade Marcus is so much more fun than the Raiders.
You didn't want the apple? You wouldn't have gotten the apple in the Last Crusade version.
But he looks like Kevin Spacey.
Well, now you've ruined my figure for me. Thank you.
I know. The figure looks like Kevin Spacey. It's a real bummer. But I had to buy it because I like Marcus.
There's so much about that figure line that was almost but not quite.
I know.
But
now, these two can hang out. These two friends.
Look, right? Wasn't that worth it?
It was.
You wouldn't have had that ability if you left in the package.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I'm helping you make good choices.
I know.
That improve your life. Speaking of which, we didn't finish the discussion. I do want to know about Edinburgh.
Oh,
because
sure.
I've had a lot of friends who've done Edinburgh, and no one talks about it as a great experience because there's so many drawbacks to it. Like, you can have great shows, you can do great shows, but they've always described how much stress is involved and money is involved with mounting anything there, and that it's like, I could see it on your faces when from the start of the shows to knowing you're a month in end of shows, you could see it on how broken all of you, and the fact that Griffin wasn't even there for the end. You broke the show to the point of breaking. Once he was on stage going, "I'm addicted to Lemsip," I'm like, you're not making it to the end.
Yeah. He had to leave for he had a wedding that he had to get to. So it was a legitimate reason, and he did not just get on a plane early.
But he was ill
Yeah, we
much
all
of the
were.
time.
We all were. I threw out my neck 3 days into it.
Well, yeah. Did you keep your Tesco pillow, or did you leave it in the?
I bought 2 new Tesco pillows and had 3 Tesco pillows that I was like, it was like a neck
Goldilocks
pillow.
situation.
It was crazy. Yeah, I think. Look, we all had fun. We all had a good time. It was a lot of work, and we did, I don't know, 33 shows or something like that.
Which is
34 shows,
ridiculous.
which is crazy. And it was a lot of work. I obviously had the least amount of work of the 3 of them, but
Did you though?
yeah, I think so.
Because there's a certain level of production and promotion and just constantly going that's required, that I think people underestimate the support roles of getting those shows.
For sure. But I think,
and they were lucky to have someone like you, because you saw a lot of performers that was just just them.
Yeah.
Alone.
For sure. But I meant more like I don't have that much to do in the play. I'm in the play, but I don't have a ton to do.
But again, you're a vital component.
For sure. But I didn't have to learn lines, and I didn't have to be stressed about that. And
but you got the biggest response.
It's true, but if the show wasn't going well, it was not on my shoulders.
Were you ever? I'll say, because it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
Were you ever present in the show and felt that energy, and you just had to be there and like, oh, this is
100%. It was the room that we did the play in was 60 seats, and
which is surprising, is pretty large for a fringe.
Yeah. The room that the talk show was in was 200 seats, and we never had less than maybe 25 people for the play, and never had less than 120 for the talk show, which is good. Very good.
Huge.
It's huge
for a fringe.
Yeah.
But you also had the benefit for the talk show of being like what else are we going to do?
For sure, which was great. But it when you had less than 30 people in that room, 35 people in that room, you knew it was not going to be a good show. Because I think a lot of people went in either expecting straight theater or a comedy, and the fact that this rides that line so finely for the whole time, because it's funnier than you expect it to be, but if you're going in for a comedy, it's more serious than you expect it to be.
Right. It's also 2 great actors.
For sure. Yes.
Doing a theater piece.
Yes. So it's a hard thing to promote and explain to people. Be like, it's funny, but it's also very serious.
They didn't make it easy for themselves.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
But when the thing had more than 40 people in the room, it played like fucking gangbusters, and it was great. But it was just hard to go back and forth, sorry, I'm just getting a text that I need to look at.
You should look at that text.
I'm okay. No, I'm here. I'm doing great. It was fun, and we all had a good time. It was just exhausting. It's a tiring, long slog of a month where you don't eat any vegetables because they don't have vegetables at these restaurants. All you eat are potatoes.
How's that Mars bar?
Yeah, it's good though. It's good. I got one in my cabinet over there. I haven't eaten it yet. I've been saving it.
The deep fried one. You brought that back with you.
Yeah. But no, I mean, there was one day where we had we got like green beans somewhere or something, and we were like, oh my gosh, look at this. We got green beans. This is amazing. It was
But
crazy.
They were also deep fried.
Yeah, they were also deep fried. So you feel like garbage the whole time, which makes it hard.
And you got there and you're exhausted. I mean, that's the one thing is you also just have very little time to sleep.
Yeah.
The weather was not cooperative to you all this year.
Yeah.
Not unusual for Scotland that time of the year.
Yeah. And it wasn't terrible weather. It rained a couple days. It was just like cool. It was cooler because I think people forget, and I didn't realize how
far north.
Yeah, how much closer it is to the damn North Pole.
Oh yeah.
And, I left the show one night, and our show was at a weird time. It was at 5. It was at 6, I guess. 5:55 or something like that. So when the show gets out at 7, by the time you're going to get dinner, it's 8. And I was like looking for dinner one night, and I'm like, why are all these places closed? It's bright out. It's so bright out. And then I realized it was 9:45 p.m. and it looked like it was 2 p.m. outside. So it's like you're in Insomnia, the Nolan movie. Where you're
Conversely to that, I remember
Yeah.
being in London in the end of November.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you mean it's like dark at 4 p.m.?
Yeah. Yeah. It was wild. It was a real weird, wild experience. But we all had a good time. We all had fun. I think we were all just worn out and sick, but not COVID sick, just like tired sick.
Run down.
Just run down.
What was the best thing you ate? What was the best meal you ate?
There was some really good fish and chips that I had at this place. What was it called? Birdies? I think it was Birdies, which is like I don't think it's a chain, but it's like a bigger touristy kind of place, but they had good food. And then there was a nice little sandwich place that I really liked going to every day, and they were very
go-to. Or did you try something different each time?
It was usually egg salad is usually what I got, just because I liked the way it was made. We're gonna rewind the holiday special.
Was it different from how you would normally make it? Egg salad?
No, I don't think so. It was just like a nice sandwich. Like I just wanted a small lunch so I could eat a bigger dinner, you know?
Right.
And like a nice small
at 3 a.m.
Yeah, pretty much. But I went
you're
there.
all zombies.
Yes.
Everyone is a zombie during Fringe.
But it was very nice because like you got to be friends with a lot of people that you would not have met otherwise, or would have like passively known in the comedy world otherwise. And I've seen so many of those people since being back here, and it's just been a very nice, like, you know, having a lot of friends.
Oh, Ralph has a request.
Ralph. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to accept the request, but I know you have it at the ready.
Of course I do. So yeah, no, it was fun. We had a good time.
How many shows did you take in? Because it sounded like Connor was getting to a lot of shows.
Yeah, I got to a lot more. I saw like 35, I think. So
what was your favorite show of the mix?
My top 2 shows were both by the same girl. It was there's a new Beatles.
The making of for their new song release coming Friday.
That's cool.
They did the whole AI thing with Peter Jackson.
Yeah. It was this girl named Julia Masley who was an Estonian clown. And she did 2 different shows, and they were my top 2 shows of the month. And she's great, and I would have no idea how to describe her to anybody. So that was very.
Has she done the U.S. at all?
I don't know. She's like mostly in London, I think, at this point. But it was very much a in the moment show that I have no idea how it would translate to anything else. You know, just like a communal show that was just like, oh wow, we were all here for this weird thing together. You know, and it was great. It was really good.
How big was that room?
That room, probably about 60. It was in a basement of a bar. So you were like in a stone room that felt like a bomb shelter because it probably was a bomb shelter. You know?
Well, they'll find any nook and cranny to put a show at Fringe. I'm surprised you didn't play someone's living room.
Yeah, I mean, there were some rooms where it was like, oh, there's like 7 of us in here, you know? Because the room was so small and it felt full. But it was it was wild just seeing how they use every space they can.
And you've done other festivals. How would it compare to the other festivals you've done? We were just talking about Sketchfest.
I mean, Sketchfest is it's different because there's just so many shows going on at the same time, where Sketchfest feels more spread out throughout the month. You know, like there's a lot going on, but you're not like.
Also,
you're
doesn't
not,
feel like it took over the town.
Yeah, and you're not there on a Wednesday at 2 p.m. going to a show. It's like
we're living there for a month.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So you did a residency. You do a residency at Fringe.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. I don't know. I mean, like Sketchfest was cool and stuff, and it's like so much easier to get to, you know. But it was I don't know. I'd like to go back now that we like know how to do it. It would be nice to like actually like my updated car registration got here today. It would be nice to go back and be like, oh, I know what I'm doing now, you know?
Right. What would you do? What fundamentally would you do different, knowing what you know now?
I think I would just pace myself a little more.
Bring your own pillow.
Bring my own pillow. Yeah. But even that, it'd be more like buy a pillow on Amazon or something, you know?
Yeah, but all you'd have to do is get one of those vacuum bags, and you could bring your own pillow with you.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're carrying.
But then you'd have to find a vacuum for the flight home, and it gets.
Yeah. What I did was I brought those 2 pillows on the planes with me, and then I left 1 pillow on each flight. I was like, well, we're going to leave 1 pillow on the first flight, and then we're going to leave 1 pillow on the second flight. And then I didn't need to bring them home. So someone threw them out.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe they're still riding across this great country of ours.
Racking up the miles.
On a Delta flight. Yeah.
Which figure should I open up that people will be angry at me for opening up?
Oof.
Because they're here's the first one.
Okay. Great.
Clone Wars animated young Boba Fett. Look at that face.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Or
Rebels
animated Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Sure. I think people would get more mad about Boba, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
You think
are either of these like worth exorbitant amounts of money?
They're both on the expensive side.
Yeah.
Particularly packaged.
Yeah.
Removable armor. Look, you can armor them up.
Wow.
It's this one. No, this one doesn't come with Daddy Head. I don't think so.
What is Daddy Head? Just the head?
So the Mace Windu figure comes with the Jango Fett helmet. That you can
Mace Windu figure?
Yes. That is because Boba put explosives in Jango's helmet to kill Mace Windu. So it comes with the shattered Jango helmet.
Not about that. So weird. Weird show.
You know, for kids.
I would say Boba. That would be the
one. Let's go Boba.
Yeah.
Go animated Boba.
Yeah.
This has the full game. You got the dice in there. It's got a whole interactive galactic battle game you can build off of these.
Yeah. I like that.
So what was your favorite show of the Fringe that you did?
This movie's beautiful. There has to be a 16:9 version of it for theaters, right? Do you think they released it square in Europe?
Theatrical? They must have.
It's just weird
they must have done a matted version, right?
Right? I don't know.
Because they're not going to show.
But I wonder if it was just a cropped version or if there's actually a 16:9 shot version, you know?
I mean, it was shot on 35 millimeters, so there's got to be.
Yeah. It's just a bummer that they wouldn't put that on here.
Well, that would take time and effort.
But it looks good. It's like an HD version of it that I'd never seen before. So it was remastered. Also, these movies are so funny how they're just like, I don't know, there's a goat here now. What was my favorite show that I was in at Fringe?
Yeah, of the shows you all did, not counting The Baron and the Junk Dealer, since that was a different vibe. But you did what? You did 4 total?
Yeah, we did 4
George Lucas talk shows, and
I think the Eat and Share Ed Gamble show, the first one, was probably
when everyone's energy was still there, and
yeah, I mean they were all they were all fun for different reasons.
Yes,
but
they were all fun watches.
Yes,
and I didn't watch them all, which I can't say of all the George Lucas talk shows because you've done so many and they're so long.
Some would say too many.
There's never too many. You can you can pick and choose, and if you drop out, you can always come back.
Yeah. But that first one's fun, I think.
The guests were game.
Yeah, which is a big part of the battle, just making sure they want to be there.
Or when they find out what the show is when they're into it, that they still want to be there. Again, not naming any names or pointing any fingers. But I know a name is in your head right now. But that's fun too.
Of course.
When someone is so out of sync with the vibe.
Yeah. It's very weird. It's very it's very I don't know. That was a weird show. But it was fun. I don't know.
But then you get something beautiful. Like Ex Mayo at the New York Comic-Con show, which is probably some of the finest Star Wars discourse that has ever happened.
If people watching this have not seen, that was the Bell House show.
During New York Comic-Con.
Yeah. If people have not seen the Bell House show, they should go watch it because it's very fun.
It is a high water mark for what the George Lucas talk show is capable of. And also, cheers, Brian Tiller, to you. Thank you. Cheers. Since the channel has gotten monetization, that is the first ever super chat that I've gotten.
Brian Tiller.
So thank you, Brian. I've seen it happen on other channels. I've given to other channels. I never thought it would happen to me. And this has made me so happy.
How does it feel?
It feels good. It feels. Okay. I mean, I don't know what YouTube's cut is. I'm assuming I'll get like $1 off it, but still, seeing it appear there.
Yeah, it's nice.
And knowing it was me.
Yeah.
For the win, indeed. We're all winners here now. Except for you, Patrick, who are going to go to Frankensons and
I'm not
make rent next month.
I'm in fact losing money on this show.
Just wait till I show you that stuff from Ollie's.
Oh God!
But you need a couple of old Hans, right?
Just
to judge you around the house.
Sure. Well, I like the idea.
That's not how that works either.
I like the idea of having an old indie and an old Han. You know.
Why put the old Han head on one of the Club Obi-Wan bodies?
Oh wow! So then you just get Harrison at the Emmys or something?
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to be here. Why did you make me come? I just want a cheeseburger. Where is he? Where did I put him?
There's like 4 figures in that line that I wish happened, and it's such a bummer there are no Crystal Skull figures. It's such a bummer.
I mean, they went so hard in the direction of that thing just being verboten.
I know. It makes me sad.
Oh, I got him.
Great kid, don't get cocky. Wow. Look at him.
I mean, it works, right?
Yeah, it works.
I didn't want to get dressed up and go here.
That sculpt is so good, though. That sculpt is great.
I mean, you want to put him on all your figures.
I know. Yeah, he looks great.
So yeah, I'll go to. I'll pick the one with the best face printing on it.
Great.
Look, he's so judgy.
Yeah, but that's okay. But
yeah, we'll set him. Yeah, he'll be all standing next to little bum leg Chewy.
Oh no! Oh no! Wait.
Well, that was inevitable.
Stand him next to Dexter. I like the idea of him hanging out with Dexter.
Over here. There we go.
Yeah.
Same scale.
Oh no, he's got Linda Blair head right now.
I've been drinking a lot. Oh, that's right. I had the feet because he was on a non-flat surface, so I adjusted the feet.
those feet are very bad in the pegs. It's very hard to get them in pegs for stands that I have.
Shallow. They're shallow, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really hard.
It's happened a lot with those.
Yeah, I
Such a
wish they
mess of figures.
I wish they either came with a stand or came like sold stands specifically.
Okay, Ralph wants to go with you to
Ralph,
Frankenstein's.
let's go, buddy. I'll
Carpool.
go. Ralph, I'll go Saturday.
Split the cost. Reach out.
Ralph's coming to LA on Saturday. I'll go with him.
I mean, I'm sure he's got some interviews to record that day, so good excuse to come up to LA.
Yeah. Ralph's cleaning up with the interviews. Very jealous.
So many, and such a successful Kickstarter.
I know.
That's the
every time he gets a new good interview and he tells me about it, I said, "Oh, that's 1% less chance that I am in this documentary still." You know?
I never got asked.
Wow.
So
it'd be too much of a flight. They'd have to, you know. That's a hard.
Would it? I could self-tape. He's not even gonna. Oh, see, no, this is where it falls apart. This is how unserious he is about going. This is why you can't go. You can't have Frankenstein's, Ralph.
Just trying to invite you to fun stuff, Ralph, but I guess he got plans. I guess he got more important.
God, who's he talking to now that's gonna bump you?
Oh my God, freaking Steve McPherson, former head of ABC. Is that who you're talking to, Ralph?
You getting some other personality?
Oh, freaking Lloyd Braun.
No, he's just going to start talking to internet influencers. There's a TikToker that bumped you. They do a dance based around the numbers.
What's her name? Oh, God. Who's that? Charlie D'Amelio?
Look, now he's just rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah, I know, Ralph. You've told me the name, but I could spell him right here, but I'm not gonna, Ralph.
Yeah, sorry, that pipe has narrowed a bit since you were interviewed. Gotta filter some folks out. Sorry. But maybe you'll make it into the bonus features.
I've told him I have to be on that Blu-ray. I said I paid for a Blu-ray. I'm getting that Blu-ray.
Yeah. You can be the professor and Marianne.
And the rest. I said just give me one line of dialogue. That is all I need, is like one little quote. That's all I want. Lost was great. Use that.
Maybe you can be one of those folks that get tossed into the credits.
Sure. I'm okay with that.
Lost was a very important show. And then he cut to the next person that also got cut out of the main documentary.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't have anything that was germane to the conversation anymore, and their names weren't big enough, but we did this just so they wouldn't moan about it. Oh, look, I think this is legally binding.
Okay, great.
Oh, you know what? I bet that he would like to go to Frankenstein's if you asked.
You should put him in the documentary, Ralph.
The fact that he hasn't been asked yet is really awkward. Do you think that's the conversation whenever they get together? They're just sitting at Bob's Big Boy. He's like, I don't have room for you. I got to keep Patrick in. There's only so many hours that we can have this thing run.
Oh,
what's up with the George Lucas talk show documentary?
Great question. I think there will be news about that very, very soon. It is not up to me to break news, but I think there is
But there's news of brewing.
There's news of brewing that people will be hearing about soon. And that's all I can say about that.
So what's next?
Sleep?
No, you can't have that.
Besides
sleep, what's next for?
What's next? Man, I don't know.
Because you've got, I mean, we talk about George Lucas talk show all the time, and that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you're doing a lot more.
I've
that.
I say yes to everything, and it's a problem.
You do. Well, that's the dark side of improv.
Look, every Saturday and 2 Sundays here in Los Angeles, I do AskCat at UCB. I produce it and book it and all that. I do a show with actress-director Natalie Morales that just happened earlier this week at the Lodge Room in Los Angeles.
I thought the Lodge Room was closing down. Did that get averted?
Not that I've heard. I don't know. Nobody's told me that. What else? I don't know. I book a bunch of podcasts for Exactly Right that are out every day of the damn week.
What's the show you were doing with Bobby Moynihan?
ASCAT, I think.
That's ASCAT?
Yeah. Yeah, he does a bunch of the ASCATs, which are great. I do a show with Lauren Adams from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt called Lauren Adams is a Jealous Bitch, where she interviews people that she's jealous of, and it's very fun. You'll be there for ASCAT, Ralph. Ralph will be there.
Is that just to reassure you with false promises?
I know. He's coming to bring me flowers because he knows I'll be so sad.
You're still golden. You're still special to us. Don't worry. We assigned the things you said to somebody bigger.
Wow, let's break some news. Taylor Tomlinson named host of CBS Late Night Show After Midnight.
What?
Called After Midnight, not At Midnight.
When does this launch?
I don't
After
know.
the new year?
Yeah,
or like
probably.
right away? Because there's nothing airing.
No, I think it's slated to premiere early next year. Joe Firestone, head writer. Which was great.
And what type of show is this supposed to be?
Do you remember At Midnight on?
I do.
Well,
so this is so they're just renaming. This is the at midnight.
Yeah,
but they're not calling it At Midnight.
They're calling it After Midnight because it starts at 12:37.
Like people care. You had a brand that was established.
I know.
Oh, it's just the whole Conan Tonight Show thing all over again.
Look, I'm always available to work on After Midnight, so no further comment.
People should know that you're always available for opportunities.
Always available for opportunities. Look at him.
That's why you say yes when people ask you to participate in things, and then maybe they just don't respect the fact that you were there for them enough to keep you in.
Why does his sleeve look so weird?
Because he's got that weird swivel arm that they were doing for articulation around this time. That there's no good way, and I don't know what this wrist is supposed to. It just it's a weird.
I mean, I know what you're doing, but
what?
It looks very suggestive, Ken.
He's like staking a vampire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Great.
I don't know what.
Can you turn his hand?
Yes, his hand is. I mean, there's no good position for any of it. Now, maybe drinking?
Yeah.
No, he can't drink.
What a weird figure.
Maybe just sort of pouring something over his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a. They did when they were doing the officers. They did a briefing room from A New Hope and all the officer characters had that weird swivel.
Weird.
It's not weird. It's certainly a better Hayden Christensen than that weird Clone Wars sculpt.
Yeah. It's so strange.
Doesn't play well with the arm, but and he's got cloth goods on his underskirt. But yeah, I guess just leave him down.
Yeah. Weird.
Figures, am I right? What are you gonna do? It's not as good as the Hallmark ornament. Did you get your Hallmark ornament? Did you get your Jabba?
I didn't. I have too many Hallmark ornaments, and
did I have the Jabba when we talked? I hadn't gotten it yet, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
he looks good.
The best thing they ever did.
He does look. Is he rubber?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And his eyes blink.
Yeah.
And he breathes.
Wow. That is the best thing they've done. That's cool.
I mean, the carbon freezing chamber is a close second, but I don't want an ornament that takes 5 minutes to watch unfold.
Yeah.
When I can just have a rubber Jabba that can just sit there and occasionally laugh at me and call me a big piece of shit. That's the dream that I had ever since I was a kid. Now I get to live it. And other people don't appreciate it, but I do. That's a position that I'm in. to have that in my life now.
He looks great.
Oh no, everything's falling. Oh, that fell too. I made the mistake of moving things, and that's a problem. What do I have? I know I had something weird. Not that I intentionally picked the weird stuff for when we would talk.
I appreciate it.
How weird should I go?
Weird. As weird as you can.
Okay. Want to go back to Jabba's palace?
Sure.
For another more expensive figure?
Those are my boys.
Okay. Then, since I got the... Oh, I tell you, I got that...
Wait, should I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jabba's palace.
Yeah. Can you give me a year range on this?
This was a Legacy Collection figure.
Okay.
From 2008.
Is it Jay Quill?
It is not Jay Quill.
Is this person on the barge?
Technically.
Oh, okay. Is it Dengar?
It is not Dengar.
Technically on the barge, but you don't see them?
I don't think you see them I'm pretty sure you don't see them on the barge. They are very prominent in the palace, though.
Is it the dancer?
Is it the dancer?
The six-breasted female dancer?
She has a name.
I know, Yargan, Gargamel, something like that.
Yargan Gargamel.
Something like that.
Are you talking about Yarna Dal Gargan?
So close. So close.
Oh,
I mean,
Ralph has a favorite.
Yeah.
Is there an Amana Man? Oh no, he was guessing Amana Man. I got an Amana Man.
Really?
Not the classic Kenner one. I still don't have that. But yeah, look at the...
She looks great.
Where is she today? Look her up.
There's some weird story about her. I'm trying to remember what it was. Hang on one sec. What's her name?
Yarna Dal Gargan.
Here we go. There was some weird story. What was it? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, please tell me she's married to the Malakili actor. Be a fly on the wall in that relationship.
What was her story? Claire Davenport.
That's a very British sounding name.
Yeah. Oh, she's in The Elephant Man.
Really?
Yeah. And the return of the Pink Panther.
So she would have filmed Elephant Man right before Return of the Jedi then?
Probably, yeah. There was some weird thing about her, and I'm trying to remember what it was.
Has she passed?
She has passed.
Did she make it out onto the circuit? Are there any signed?
I don't think so. She died in 2002. Here we go. Let's see. I can't remember what it was. She suffered a series of strokes in the 1990s. She died at 68 in London in 2002.
Oh.
On February 25th, not March 4th, as often stated.
By whom? Who is telling these lies like they know?
She would not have made it to see Attack of the Clones, but she could have seen Phantom Menace.
She could have seen the special editions.
Could have seen Phantom Menace.
So that's what? Is that the Sandstorm Han Solo? Earlier than the second release of it? Yeah, because there's the Chewbacca. That was part of little nibbit.
There are autographs of her. There's one that's $108. Most are around $200. It's on historyforsale.com. Wait, who is that? Oh, look at that. Who's Bane? Bane Mahler? Who is that?
Sounds like a venture capital firm.
He's
He It looks like a Cobra Bat.
He's apparently... Oh, he's a deleted scene Jabba's Palace guy.
Oh, well, then you need to get him for your complete Jabba's Palace. There's the other half of the drummers from the special edition. Finally got him recently.
What's his name? Akmal? Or, oh, no, Akrev?
Akrev.
Yeah.
But look at that little baby Ewok.
Look at that. Wow.
So let's get her open. What does she come with? There's some glasses and a knife.
Oh, wow. Her famous knife.
This is a first day of issue.
Wow.
I love those gimmicks. I love this. What does that even mean?
Yeah. Also, did they take them off after that? Like, what was the...
Like, when did they stop being on the waves?
Yeah.
Was it just a perpetual grift? Was it for the ones that left the factory, the initial production run?
Yeah. Man, these guys are like pricey. These are not as...
Oh, this wave, I think, is one of the this is getting towards the end of these.
Yeah.
Like there's one, like look up the Malakili from the Legacy Collection. That one I think is like $70, $80 minimum.
Malakili. Let's see.
And I still haven't gotten him.
Oh yeah, there's one $67. 67 opened.
And there's also there's
one for 40. Wait, what are we talking? There's one for 43 plus $6 shipping.
Well, anyone watching who wants to get me a gift, send me a Malakili.
There's one that clearly is missing the headpiece, and it just says Legacy Collection Malakili Rancor Keeper with custom hood, and it's just a fabric hood that looks terrible. It looks awful.
I mean, you could get one of the classic Kenner figures and just throw the hood. Those aren't hard to find.
Wild.
I mean, the sculpting, the figures were really good.
Yeah.
In this era.
It's got to be hard to sculpt people like that they don't have a ton of photos from.
Well, don't they have some of the photos that they took for like puzzles and stuff that wound up in weird merch places? I
guess she has like
Jabba denizens.
She's got like 2 promo photos. She's got the one where her hands are out, and then there's one of just her standing there.
Well, there's a good question. Tiller, what are a few figures you covet that you do not have? Let's go for you for, and it can be beyond Star Wars, and then I'll answer after you.
Ones that we haven't. I mean, I would like some of the Rebo Band. I haven't bought a lot of Star Wars figures that are not like Black Series, like the older ones. I'd like the original Rebo Band. I'd like the original Jabba. Yeah, mostly Jabba stuff. Jabba stuff and Cantina stuff are my 2 like collectible ones. Those are the ones that I like stuff from the most.
Were you on the fence about getting that Jabba, the Palace playset that they just put out?
I just don't have space for playsets. For another playset.
Are you going to get the new Jabba they're releasing?
Probably not. I have the Regal Robot Jabba maquette that they put out.
Right, but that's the
it's like the white one.
But it's the production
design,
right? The concept art.
Yes, but I'm like, do I need 2 Jabbas?
Who are you asking?
I know. You're bad for me, and we know this.
At the very least, you need to get the Black Series Jabba. Come on.
Oh no, you're gonna get attacked by a tippet monster.
I mean, that's the worst kind of monster to get attacked by, really.
Yeah.
You've been tippeted. But come on. Look, they re-released this just so you could get it.
No, I know. He looks great. But
Hi,
then
Patrick.
Oh no.
You want me.
I didn't even know he did that.
Oh yeah. Look at my tongue. Ah.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, I do.
it's just a slippery slope, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I am.
yeah,
Look at that slippery slope.
yeah. Ugh,
Oh, and he's available right now. You could buy him new.
I know.
You could buy him and have him by Monday.
Oh God, but he's probably what, like $200?
Let's not talk about that. He's not.
Yeah,
He is a stupid price though.
yeah, he's $189.
He's not $189. Go look on Shop Disney and look up Jabba. He's on Shop Disney. And Shop Disney has a discount right now.
Wait, there's one. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, don't look on eBay. Because he was released.
Oh, wait, there's a $90 one.
That's the one that just came out on Shop Disney.
Oh, the old one is $200 on Amazon.
Yes. There was an original release, and they just re-released the Black Series scale.
Oh, and then Shop Disney is 90.
And also has free shipping and a holiday discount, right? Like $10 off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, you got to have at least one regular Jabba in your life, right?
I've got that special edition Jabba though.
Yeah, but did it talk like me?
No, and he doesn't even sit like you. He just sort of wiggles like this.
Right? Yeah, I could look. Look at
Oh.
that.
Oh, but he doesn't come with a throne.
It comes with the railing and
I
a
know.
salacious crumb.
Yeah.
I mean, then you build your any place is a throne where he sets himself. Look, you could put him on the tank of your toilet.
I think the thing that
Everyone needs a toilet Jabba, Patrick.
Here's what I would want. You ready? Here's what I would
Yes.
want. If I let's try to reload this. There it is. If I was to buy like a set of figures currently right now, this is what it would be. Here you go. I would just buy all these guys. I like these guys.
So you'd have the full band.
Even though the scale on what's his name, Rappertuni, is that his name? And Zhao Yaoza.
Well, they're all way off.
Yeah, they're all weird.
Well, they're way too big because
yes.
if you look at here's the Max Rebo from that set.
Yeah.
But let's pull up here's Boba Fett.
Yeah, he's too big.
He's got to be probably a quarter less.
Yeah.
Than the size he is, scaled down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you really see it when you pull in where's Sice Noodles from that set.
Sure. I love the idea of Sice Noodles being Boba Fett size, though.
Because
then they could kiss. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like that.
I hope that's Book of Boba Fett season 2.
Oh, better than the flashback to Tank.
Yeah, it's him kissing Sice Noodles a lot.
And she's got that same sass that we saw in the Clone Wars version. Hey, Boba. I mean, you can't get a better figure sculpt. The scale that's the proper scale, and just keep that.
But the ones that are crazy, like the Rappertuni one, he's so big.
The Joe Yaoza is way too big too.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. It's weird the stuff that's out of, and he actually like this. The Max Rebo is a lot smaller than the Kenner version.
Yeah.
So they did scale him down.
Yeah.
Just not enough.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, he'll always be a diaper Rebo to me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
But you don't have any of the band, right? Have you gotten any of them?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
A little droopy.
But
he could also 3D print them. So you could, because there's never been a Black Series release of any of the Rebo band.
Yeah.
So you'd want that scale, ultimately.
I think so.
Just so Sai can kiss your Black Series Boba Fett.
I mean, that's all I want. If Sai could kiss Black, Adventure Series old Han Solo, I would love that.
Well, we can
do
approximate
it
that right now.
Great.
I don't like any of this is happening right now.
It's crazy that they're in the same movie.
Don't turn away.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, then it just gets all sloppy. Now it just looks like she's cleaning them.
Yeah. Wow.
This is what you expected the show to be, though, right? This is eventually what it gets to. Listen, there's stranger things that have happened on George Lucas talk shows. I've not asked you to shave your head at all yet.
That's true, but we're still early, I think, right?
Yeah, no, I think around 3 a.m. we'll get to that point.
Yes.
You need to order in food at some point, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That was how we ended last time, wasn't it? When you actually made your food order?
Oh no, I was going to a restaurant.
And that was how it timed out.
That was how it timed out. I had to leave.
But look at this. Look, he's got...
Yeah. He looks good. He looks good. That was one of the better looking ones.
Yeah, I mean, of the ones they did...
Yeah.
Filled with so many other disappointments. But that is probably the best Harrison Ford sculpt they've done.
I think so.
On any of the figures.
Yeah.
But now we can also make figures from that. What's the Apple Plus series he's on now?
Shrinking? Yeah.
We can do a shrinking figure.
Finally, we have oh god, what is his name on Shrinking? Finally, we can get a figure of Dr. Paul Rhodes.
Yeah, look.
There's
something about aging.
Yeah.
I just want candy. They were pot brownies.
I went to the Pasadena Botanical Gardens a couple months ago, and I was like, why does this place look so familiar? And I was like, oh, it's because it's where Dr. Paul Rhodes met the peacock on Shrinking while he was high on a pot brownie.
Was there a plaque?
No, but there were peacocks there. The peacocks were real. It's true. You're right. Fanula Flanagan. She back here? Did you know that in the new Lego Star Wars game, there's a mini game where you have to rearrange a photo on Endor, and when you do, it's the family.
Oh yeah, that creates the Lego versions of the family from yes.
It's great.
I missed that game. I finished it too fast.
I finished the main stuff, and then all the side quests got to be too much, and I just
I have a
I know
100%.
I get it. Yeah.
But I also want to get them out of the way. So I hyper focus on getting it all done. Yeah. Like I was done with the Spider-Man 2 game. Yeah. 4 days after it came out.
Yeah. I don't have a PS5, so I've been holding off on that one.
What games do you play? I'm
in the middle of Zelda right now. But haven't had the urge to really go for it. It's fun. I like the first one better though.
Having the underground, it's a little bit more.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to traverse and do, and
it's a lot. I don't play a lot of games. I'm just looking at over here. During COVID, I played Grand Theft Auto a lot, but I wouldn't do any of the missions. I would just drive around to feel normal. I was just like, oh, I'm driving a car. It was very.
People are out living their life. There are people on the streets.
Obey the stoplights. I would do all that normal stuff.
I remember when there were people on the streets.
Yeah, who are you, Freddie Mercury over here? People on the streets? Better eat out they? People on the street.
There's so much pressure that I'm under right now.
I like the first Spider-Man game. I like this game Control for PS4. I like.
But you never got into Fortnite. You were never like a.
Oh, I went through a big Fortnite period. I still do.
Why aren't you playing Fortnite with us?
Oh, I don't know. I never got asked.
Oh, well, play Fortnite with us. Hop onto the group.
Great.
Yeah.
Who's us?
Oh, I mean, Hal Lublin plays,
Great.
and sometimes we get AG on there.
Great.
Come on,
Yeah, well, happily.
We're gonna dance in all of the weird IP.
Yeah. Happily.
You wanna see Anakin Skywalker doing the trainer dance?
Yeah, of course.
You want?
Of course. I reposted a video a couple days ago of him playing the Halloween theme on a piano with a knife. Someone made that in Fortnite.
Oh no, well, yeah, that was just released. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So
I
can play that as Ahsoka. I can play as Boba Fett. I can play it as the Mandalorian.
So silly. What a dumb game.
There is
What a dumb game.
They're adding Doctor Who to it, and there's something weird about the Doctor running around with a gun.
Yeah.
It's going to be at that point what the game fundamentally is. Like, I love having all the IP in it. There's something goofy about that. And doing the dances and that, but you are running around hunting people as these characters with actual weapons.
It's very weird.
Now, thankfully, it's not a bloody game. It's not, it's very clinical in the way it's sort of, and fantasy sort of, they digitize when you eliminate them.
Yes, but it's still weird.
But you're still running around with heavy weapons and chasing people down with Spider-Gwen and a machine gun.
It's very weird. The whole game is weird.
Well, you're invited.
Great. Happy to anytime.
So we will squad up, as
we love it,
as the middle-aged adults say. If you're down to crown, which is also what the sadder middle-aged adults say.
Oh boy.
So when is the next George Lucas talk show? Do you have a live one scheduled before the end of the year?
There will probably be a holiday special, but I don't know. We haven't talked about it yet.
Because you've done one every year for the past few years, right?
Well, we will
some
do
fashion or form.
Yeah, we will do something. I just don't know what it is.
What about just the three of you just gathered together having a nice evening?
You think so?
What are the planning meetings like for the three of you?
Me texting, being like, "Can we please do something?"
And you know, and there's no response from Connor, and Griffin is just 3 dots for a day and a half.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in the first couple months of next year, so
that's jam packed.
Yeah, we will be busy with that. But
and you're doing more conventions next year. Do you feel that's a direction you want to go in?
Will you be doing Mork and Mindy next year? And I was like, sounds fun.
Why haven't you done your production of Mork and Mindy on stage yet?
Great question.
But isn't that what Baron and the Junk Dealer essentially is?
Kind of Mork and Mindy. Yeah, I guess so. Is George Mindy?
It's Mork and Mindy meets Waiting for Godot, right?
Sure, yeah. But I guess Watto is Mork, right?
He would have to be the Mork.
And I'm Jonathan Winters in that egg?
No, I think you're more the, what's the name? What's her father? What's her father's name that owns the music shop?
Fred McConnell?
Yeah, yes.
Conrad Janis?
Yes, you're Conrad. You own the music shop. Her father. Because you're sort of the Mr. Furley.
Sure, yeah.
To mix another show.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Mork and Mindy.
No, it's one of those cultural. Well, you're young enough that I think it had passed out of syndication by the time.
I don't think it really was even. Corey Feldman was on Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of TV work around then, wasn't he?
A lot of too early for him.
No, because he was already.
I guess 82. It goes through 82.
Yeah, because he did with Goonies 86, and he was already 14.
Yeah.
He was precocious kid age. He was perfect for those ABC shows to pop up on.
No, he's 70. Oh, wow. He would have been 15.
For Goonies.
He would have been 14 because Goonies is 85. So he's probably 13, really. But.
Yeah, so he would have been a 10-year-old kid doing that Mork and Mindy.
Yeah. Yeah.
One off? One episode?
Yeah,
Or is
sure.
he-
Yeah, whatever
Or
you
did
guys
he
want.
more than one?
Oh, I thought you were saying, are we going to do a
What
one-off?
are you gonna do? Listen, there's nothing I don't think that you're capable of doing. Anything is possible
Let's
with the three
see.
of you.
Let's see how many.
You're both fearless and foolish as a
Uh-huh.
trio when it comes to anything.
Uh-huh. Let's see. He did.
Tiller also has been part of our Fortnite groups before.
Hello, Tiller. Where is he? Corey. He's in 2 episodes.
Was it a special two-parter? Was it a very special Mork and Mindy?
He's at a daycare in it.
Was he a runaway? He seems like he would play a runaway.
He's in an episode called Mork the Prankster and Gunfight at the Mork Corral. Let's see if these were back-to-backs. TV was bad.
There was a lot of it for being very little of it.
I know. These aren't loading. I don't know why.
Did I send you the link to the compilation that someone had done of all of the one-off pilots in the 70s, all of their opening titles?
No.
Oh,
That's
I'll send it to you. It is brilliant.
I love that.
When you see the multiple sitcoms given to the actor who played Clemenza in The Godfather.
It's really funny.
One of which I would have watched. It's just called Super.
Uh-huh.
And would you believe he plays a building superintendent?
No, I wouldn't.
Right?
So
You wouldn't believe that, right?
I wouldn't believe it. So Corey Feldman's in episode 5 of season 3 and then in episode 7.
So
episode 5 of
when the
season
show
3,
was a hit.
Note, episode 5 of season 3 marks the first actual kiss between Mork and Mindy since early season 2.
Oh, so that's like when they're moving full into they will, rather than will they.
Yeah. Wow. Good for them.
And was Feldman's character there to witness that?
He was a kid at a daycare center. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this is the second episode that he's in. Mork encourages the kids at the daycare center to dress up as their role models, but when one kid, Billy, isn't happy at having to come as a doctor like his father, Mork encourages him to take after who he really idolizes, Billy the Kid, without realizing who that is. When Mindy enlightens him, Mork tries to teach Billy the pacifist way of his idol, Squellman the Yellow, but Billy takes off for a local ghost town where Billy the Kid once hung out, forcing Mork and Mindy to go after him and try to teach him a lesson about truths and dangers of idealizing.
Oh, that's right.
violence.
The show's set in Denver, so they could have gone to a local ghost town.
Wild.
So was that Mork's job at that point? Or was Mindy running the daycare and Mork just would drop in for shenanigans?
I don't know.
But now the plot justifies the pun.
It's true. That's true. There he is.
He looks like
it's like Danny Lloyd from The Shining.
He was speaking of Danny Cooksey.
Who's Danny Cooksey?
From you would probably remember him as the best friend in Terminator 2.
Oh.
He was also a child actor and was the late stage kid brought into Different Strokes.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And he was the voice of Maximilian on Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah. I'm looking at a picture right now. Look at him.
Yeah, he's got total Danny Cooksey vibes.
He loves hats.
He does love hats. And you know what he kind of looks? He also kind of looks like Alan Tudyk there.
Sure. You know what his first movie role is?
That's
Mac and Me.
That's not his first movie, right?
Mac and Me.
So he was doing television for years, and that was his big break into motion pictures. So he immediately followed Mac and Me up with Terminator 2.
That's 3 years later. Yeah, he did 48 episodes of Different Strokes before he did a movie. That's crazy.
No one tapped him,
Wow.
but he's been mainly voice
Whoa,
acting,
he's
right?
the voice of Stoop Kid on Hey Arnold. That's crazy.
Oh, he totally went into just voice acting. Once he did the Tiny
Yeah.
Toon stuff, like I think he just abandoned live action after that, didn't he?
He's additional voices in 24 the game.
You own that, right? Didn't you ask for that as a kid?
I didn't realize I was still sharing my tab on here.
Yeah, no. I just realized it too.
That's okay.
Danny Cooksey.
Danny Cooksey. Wow.
You'll see him at one of those signing shows.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What do you want signed? You want Stoop Kid?
Yeah, I guess Stoop Kid.
I think we're gonna open one more figure.
Okay.
Oh, and I gotta move this job out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put them by Sweetums.
They belong together. Sweetums would have been great in Jabba's palace.
Let's see how they look together.
Wait for me! I want to go to the Sarlacc pit. And he's like chasing after him in the desert. He's running after the sail barge.
I want to be a bounty hunter.
Sweetums in that lineup on the Executor with all the bounty hunters is a fun visual.
Also, Sweetums and Jabba sounds like a 70s film. We gonna make a movie? Yeah, we are.
Oh no, he talks like Zero. He talks like
yeah.
Zero. Oh no.
Oh, that's where they got it from.
I guess you never hear Jabba speak basic, you know? But once he does, you're like, oh, that's just how Hutts talk.
Yeah. No, that's the other is just an affectation. His real speech is basically just deleted dialogue from Murder by Death. Murder. Come on, you gotta get this. You gotta get this.
Oh God.
You gotta get what kind of set dressing is gonna make it into the next talk show.
We'll see.
That was the one thing that was missing from Edinburgh is the ability to set dress.
Well, we had to pack up so much stuff. The amount of stuff we just threw away there because we couldn't carry it back was.
What did you get? Any souvenirs? Did you get anything for yourself to bring home? Just
Not
pillows that you left on a plane?
Yeah, I didn't really get that. Do you know what I bought there? Here's what I bought there at a store down the street. Ken, this is the only place that will appreciate this. Oh wait, I bought two things. I bought, because they were both on sale, the Jin Urso Black Series.
With the face printing.
And the Baze Malbus Black Series.
You went all the way to Scotland.
Yep. They were on sale, and I said, I guess this is what I'm getting here.
Do you know that Jin Urso is at Ollie's for $7?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Just wait for your Ollie's purchase. What was I going to open? I was looking for the last thing.
You said you had one last one that I'm going to guess.
You are going to guess. I'll see if you guessed correct. You know what? I'm going to open a thing that the Hermiodal was the first of the coin, the 30th anniversary coin figures that I've opened.
Mm-hmm.
I've been holding off on opening those.
Sure.
Because the packaging is a pain to open.
Sure.
And preserving the artwork. I've been trying to figure out. So I've held off doing this because not only do I have this, I have, back in my old life, as an entertainment journalist.
Sure.
I have one of the rarer coins that they only gave out at Toy Fair.
Okay.
And then they also gave out some convention ones. So this is the one they gave out at Celebration.
Very
for
cool.
that year. That is technically part of that set.
Cool.
So that was a giveaway. I have that. Those are weird. Did you know about these? The California State Lottery coin scratcher?
No.
You can get these dirt cheap for the entire set on eBay.
Weird.
And these were just for the California lottery.
Does that have anything on the back?
It's just it says Star Wars.
Weird.
And Vader.
Uh-huh.
And all the colors are different. So you may have a Luke that's in the Vader color. But they're heavy duty. But they were just for scratching lottery tickets.
So weird.
Oh, the George promotions. So that same year they did the release of the coin for the Star Wars anniversary.
Yeah.
Was the Indiana Jones build up to then just Indiana Jones 4.
Cool.
So they did a coin release for that.
What is that on it?
It's the hat and the whip.
The hat. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Huh. With an IJ.
And then the generic.
Yeah. Cool.
But when they did all these, one more thing. They also, you can only get a set of coins by mailing away too, because you have to have mail away. So there's the mail away set. Did I even open this? I opened this.
One of my great regrets in life, not being part of the Hyperspace Club.
I mean, how did that logo not pull you in?
I know.
You could have voted on the fan figures.
I know. My parents would never have paid for it, though. You know?
So there's just the 30th anniversary.
Cool. Oh, wow. Who do we got? We got Leia, Stormtrooper Han.
Leia's
Snowtrooper.
Snowtrooper.
Han, right? Or is that... Yeah.
That Bespin Luke?
Oh, is
Luke
that
Skywalker?
Luke? Oh, and then below
Jedi Apprentice.
But the face looks like Han on that Luke.
Let's see if I can.
Like he's like too much. He's like scowling.
He's got scowling, but he's got Luke hair.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then we got Endor Han, Bosk.
Sure, why not?
And
the Big Six. That's
calling out to. Which this strikes me as a set of, well, we never got around to making these figures, but we had these coins. Let's put them in a mail away.
So weird.
The kids will love it. But to put all these things in.
Oh, wow.
Figure
number 1. Wow.
The exclusive Vader.
Sure.
And kids love collecting coins.
So wait, this is 2010?
This is 2007.
Oh, the 30th anniversary of Star Wars in general.
Yeah.
I thought it was of Empire. Still feels too late for a coin collecting thing.
It does, but when was the year that they started the
state quarters?
The state quarters was around that time, wasn't it? Or 2006? Like, wasn't that suddenly a huge thing out of nowhere?
I feel like that was like 2001. It was 1999 through 2008.
Oh, God. Well, so it was going on still during that period.
Sure.
People still had quarter fever.
Yeah.
And they were still rolling them out.
Yes.
Did you collect them?
I did. I bailed at some point. We probably bailed in like 2004, maybe 2005, but
I had a wonderful discovery because I still had the album that you could put them in, which seemed like a fun, goofy thing to do, right?
Yeah.
But the joy of it is years later when you've forgotten you did that, but you found that album, you went, oh, money.
I've got $8.
Quarters add up.
Yeah. What is that?
Quick.
That'd be like $12, $11, something like that.
It was a good meal.
Yeah.
And it's not like they'd gone up in value.
Sure.
With inflation, quite the opposite. Am I right?
I know.
I mean, the novelty wore off pretty fast when you realize, there's a lot of countries. And then they tried to pad it out with territories.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's done. The quarters are done.
Sorry, Guam.
Stop trying to make quarters happen.
Yeah.
This thing is very difficult to get open because I'd like to preserve the wonderful packaging.
Of course.
It's important, right? I mean, I've already devalued this.
I think that's the one thing we've learned tonight is that this is important. All of this.
It's important to us, right? I mean,
No,
look
it
at all the
is.
money. Look at all the money you spent on an Italian poster, and have yet to
Honestly,
spend. Still
here's what
have
I'll
to
say.
spend.
That poster was significantly cheaper than the Black Series Java.
But when
But
all
in
is
the
said and
end,
done,
yes,
when
it
your
will be so much-
restoration,
It will be so much more expensive.
there we go.
Look at that.
Actually, what
How
number is
many of those do you
Hermiodal?
think you have?
I would say, how many total are in here? So according to this holder,
Yeah.
there are 60 coins it can hold, 60 figures.
Okay.
I probably have half.
Okay. That's not bad.
And I have a fair chunk of the harder to get ones.
Yeah.
Like the one half of the drummer, the other half besides Akrev, he's part of this line. I'd say probably half. There's a few expensive ones that I don't.
Sure.
Like they did the Jawa. I think there's is this the Jawa that comes with the. I think it's the big sort of half sphere droid.
Yeah.
From the droid purchase.
Yeah.
How do I get this Vader out of here? It's always difficult to slide a Vader out.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm just delighted and appreciative that you've decided to spend your evening.
Of course.
I hope you've had a good time.
Yeah.
It is always
having
fun to chat with you.
Yeah.
Particularly when I get you to spend so much money in real time and after the fact.
Oh, God.
Listen, I know it makes you happy. And I know it'll make you happy. So why shouldn't I recommend it?
If it makes me happy, it can't be that bad, right? If
Yeah.
it makes me happy, why the hell am I so sad? You know?
I mean, there's a reason why it was a hit. How am I going to do this? So here's my issue with these cards. This is why I don't really like this packaging.
Yeah.
Other than it's super awkward to stack or store in package form.
Sure.
I like preserving as much of the artwork as possible. If I'm going to keep the cards.
Uh-huh.
And this is really nice artwork.
Yeah.
On these. So much of the packaging obliterates the artwork. On a standard bubble, you'd get just that portion right there. You'd preserve most of the photo. So my dilemma is this, and why I've refrained from opening these. Maybe you can help me get over the block or come up with a solution. So to avoid that, my thought was to eventually just cut around the plastic, extract the figure, and then find a way to cut the plastic down to where it basically is flush, leaving the portion of plastic that actually is glued on the packaging, but removing the main bubble part.
Sure.
That's meticulous to be able to pull it off effectively.
Yeah.
And also with 30 some odd figures, it's a laborious process.
Yeah.
That's prone to failures that will just make me sad and angry when I make those mistakes.
Sure.
Or I could just go ahead and do my careful slicing around it and just lose that artwork and just accept that life is full of things like that and I need to move on and hopefully not get caught up in things that are, in the grand scheme of things, not that important. Or I could just stop doing all of this and live a different life.
I think we're too late for that.
Yeah, probably.
I think we're in too deep.
We are in too deep. So, what would you suggest?
I would. Well,
what direction would you go with the parameters I presented you?
Yes, I would. man, I mean, you're gonna destroy so much of it.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
the glue right here is
Yeah.
all the way around there.
Yeah. I mean, how attached are you to that artwork?
I mean,
It's nice.
although I like the get over here posing
Uh-huh.
of the figure in the back there.
I think you just got to cut it. I think that's the thing. I think use your box cutter. Try to do as much as you can, but you're just
Extract
know,
it.
yeah, just know that it's gonna happen.
How about in the moment right now?
Yeah.
I'll just get it out, and then I'll worry about cleanup later, and we'll decide how.
Sure.
Because otherwise, there's a paralysis that will take this show at least another hour to move beyond, and we can't do that. We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
You got to eat. I'm assuming you haven't. Have you eaten yet?
I have eaten, but I gotta watch this movie.
Yeah, we don't want it spoiled by
Yeah.
glancing over at it every once in a while.
I want to know what happens to Mason Sindel. You know.
You don't want to know.
I think everything works out okay for them and their parents.
Well,
that's what I think.
Don't look. Don't look.
Ah!
Damn it. You had one job and it was not to look. So you done with travel for the foreseeable future?
No, I've got a trip around the holidays, and then I've got something in February, something in March, and then a lot in April.
Are you going back to Edinburgh? Is that the plan for you all right now? Do you think you're going to do it again?
We've not talked about it yet, so I don't know.
There's been no post-mortem after?
I mean, there was, but I think it was too soon afterwards to make that big of a decision again. I would.
What would you fundamentally do differently?
I think we would do more talk shows. I mean, that's what I think would work the best and what I think would attract the most audience. If it was you're able to get more people on to promote their own shows, I think it works out better for everybody. That's my pitch. But who knows?
But there's no art in that. There's no...
Hey. Sometimes you got to just break even, you know?
Oh, that's about the money. It's all about the money for you.
Yeah, after a certain point. As long as you break even, you're happy, you know?
Oh, what your problem is with going broke.
I know. I mean, if we did another year like that, that would probably be the case, but we'll see.
Oh, this is the reuse of the old action feature.
Oh, weird. Oh, his arm moves. Huh.
Yeah, as you rotate his waist.
Yeah.
What? And
in
then
that totally normal way that people move. I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. And a sort of sure.
I don't like real cloth on figures. That's a big pet peeve of mine.
So you'd rather have a plastic cloak?
100%. 100%. I think cloth always looks bad.
Yeah, but then you can look at behind, make it look like there's ghosts.
Ooh, spooky Dexter.
That just looks like he's conquered a pile of figures. But you can see right now that we have the figure out, I mean, if I can preserve.
Not bad.
The art.
Yeah.
But yeah, just sort of trimming down as flush as possible.
Yeah.
But I got a coin. This is coin number 1.
Who's on the back?
So there's our Vader. That's number 1.
Galactic Marine. Oh, you know who I recently got? This might have also been a you thing, too. No, everything's fucking
Makes me have to be such an enabler.
Halloween.
I mean, for $10, you couldn't not.
You had to. You had to.
I mean, that thing was released last year. I was on the fence for a whole year about that thing.
Yeah.
But $10.
But you can't. I can't get the
Kim Tono
Halloween basket in his hand.
So what
Yeah.
I had to use was a small screwdriver to hold the hand open enough to slide it on.
Sure.
And now it is never leaving that hand.
No.
And you put the little chocolate bars inside it?
I did.
Because we're adults.
Oh, most of our lava miners. Cool. Okay.
I do have that. I have him.
Yeah.
And I have him.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have him. That's the Grievous Killer.
Yeah.
I have the Mace Windu.
Yeah.
I think I have him.
Sure. That's cool. That's cool.
I think I'm pretty sure I have the battle damage battle droid.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the McCory Stone Trooper. I definitely have that.
Yeah. Oh.
Coming soon.
Who could that be?
Oh, that's another figure. If you want to look up Legacy Collection chase figures that are ridiculously expensive. Rumslag.
I don't even know who that is.
Rumslag is a background character from the Phantom Menace in the Tatooine scenes.
Yeah.
Walking in the background. Look at the figure price on that thing.
Yeah, it's like $70, $50. That's crazy.
For a Rumslag.
That is so wild.
I'm gonna put my first coin in. Now that I've started my collection.
Yeah.
That's it. Maybe each of these shows, maybe I could add another coin.
Oh.
And then when it's done, I can die.
Finally.
That's how it works, right?
Finally.
Isn't that how collections work?
Yeah.
Once you're done with the collection, then you just you go to carousel.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Does this actually stay in here nice? Number 1.
Okay.
You got to make sure it's positioned correctly. You don't want a lopsided coin that's going to be locked into the card.
Now these all have numbers on them, correct? So
they do.
You know where they're going.
So this is figure number 1 in slot number 1.
Yeah.
He's pushed all the way to the back. He's seated in there. Let's see if we can.
In.
There he is.
Wow. He did it.
Number 1 Vader.
Cool.
59 to go.
Oh my God.
Help me on this journey. Everyone watching.
What a wild time to be alive.
Help me help you to help me finish out this set for my Star Wars Theater of the Anniversary coin album. Listen, I got to also finish up my slide holders.
I just found my slide holder. I just found it.
Do you have the Hoth binoculars slide viewer too?
No.
Oh yeah, they did a.
I didn't even know that was a
They
thing.
did the binoculars as the slide.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense because I kind of always wondered what they were for. You know,
So it's a weird thing to give kids.
Yeah.
Like, to that and in press releases.
Yes.
Essentially, let's pack in press kits. We've had a good time.
We've had a good time.
What of the figures that are in the pile here? What is the one you would get first?
Oh, Hermie, no question, Hermie. Yeah, he's great. Look at him.
This is a little fun. I mean, he is the most Muppet of any of these.
Sure. I mean, I think that's why I connect with that scene the most. He is a little like when I picture him more of like a mass, like a big hulking guy, rather than like his arms being out here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you picture him as a guy in a suit who can't move. Whereas this is more like, "Whoa, I'm running after you. I'm coming to get you," you know?
Ooh, that kind of energy.
Sweetums. A little Sweetums energy.
I want to go to the Sarlacc pit. Wait for me, Jabba. Oh, sorry, it's a Muppet.
Yeah. Oh, what a guy.
Hermione going to be on your list.
What a
Hopefully you get
guy.
him cheaper than I got him.
I probably won't.
He's only going to get more expensive. That's
but
the
he's
problem.
got that real fabric, which I don't want.
I know, but of all the ones that need real fabric, I mean, if you're going to have crappy looking fabric, Hermione who should get the crappy looking fabric. I mean, look at that. You're not going to get that kind of exquisite sculpting to look
I know.
like he sleeps in it.
I know.
And you know he does.
He looks good.
Can we talk about how they all just sort of slept there, right there in the throne room? That's all like a thing. Like they all just, they're sort of cuddled up and
so weird.
I don't know why we don't talk about the loving community that clearly existed within Jabba's palace. That they're all just like, snuggle up.
Yeah.
Max Rebo playing a little lullaby as he falls asleep in his organ.
Okay, he's 201 centimeters tall. How tall is that?
How many Italian theatrical posters is he?
6.6 feet tall.
So he's the size of your poster.
Yeah, about 308 centimeters in diameter. Wild.
That's your Halloween costume for next year, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you know what his production name was when they were building the costume?
Oh, his internal ILM. Yeah. Not problematic, I hope.
It was Hemiroid.
Close enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, those ILMers.
Yeah.
You should look to see if this is still on Amazon for dirt cheap.
He looks good.
I can't. It looks like this is just a stand that he comes off of, but it does not feel like it's gonna. I don't want to.
Well, he probably wouldn't stand up without it.
But it's got what looks like they should be pegs.
Yeah.
But it appears molded. Like, what about the weathering on that?
Yeah. It looks great.
Underrated for now a 23-year-old figure.
Yeah.
And boom.
Boom.
And that's what collecting is all about. Just a mess of stuff.
Everything's going great.
You're going to get a care package soon.
I can't wait.
A care package for you.
I can't wait.
We'll have to schedule it. Maybe we'll do a special holiday show.
Oh, I would love that.
We can open up your care package if it has not been boosted off of.
It's an inside mail room. That means someone from the building took it.
Someone in your building has a Lucas family set. Have you thought about putting up a little notice?
It's too late now. That was like August.
How is it too late? It's been 2 months, and it's a Lucas family action figure set.
I know.
Just look, screen cap that face you're giving right now and put it next to, hey, if you were the person who accidentally picked up,
no questions asked,
just please return it.
I need my Zet Jukasa figure.
It was a gift to myself. And it means a lot.
Yeah.
And I would deeply appreciate if you could return it.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen? You become a joke to everyone else in your complex?
Yeah, I become known as the nerd. The fucking
Please,
nerd.
If they don't know.
I don't know anybody in this building, so I don't know.
You can make a new friend.
Oh, good.
The one who obviously shares the same interests that you have. Please do it. Please recover.
And I think maybe on the next stream is when this gets opened.
Okay. We're going to keep that going. We're going to keep it. If you really want to make it so you never have to open those,
buy another one.
Say you won't open them until after Connor and Griffin come on a show.
Oh, sure. Well, then it'll never happen.
There. See? Then you can just push that off. So this is the Connor and Griffin challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you would like to see the joy in Patrick's eyes, which I know they never want to see.
No, and it's barely there. It's so rare.
Think of how much fun he could have.
I know.
Holding his avatar. That's like the very you as a Muppet.
I know.
That should be sitting on your desk.
I know.
On that skateboard.
I know.
You should own a full-size version of that skateboard.
I should own a. Yeah,
You have the jacket, right? Didn't you get the jacket made for yourself?
I want that jacket though. I would love that jacket.
Someone out there can make you that jacket.
It's weird that he's the only one who wears that jacket. Because
Like no one else
I
has
assume
a
it's
show
a crew
jacket?
gift. Yeah.
But who would have funded the crew gift? Like maybe they only had enough money to get one off done. Like maybe that's the prototype that came back to get approval to go into actually making them for everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got the proof of concept from the coat maker, jacket maker,
Sure. Yeah.
jacketeer. That's something that someone would do. And his father owns the theater, so he comes from money. His uncle owns the theater.
Uncle.
My uncle owns this theater.
It's kind of crazy that the fourth series of these figures had Link Hogthrob, Strange Pork, and the Swine Trek. Like, it's surprising they wouldn't. I guess it makes
Pace
sense.
those out.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the thinking then. The thinking was
No.
then for a figure line, you'd put the playset out with the figures that come with it.
It makes sense.
Also, they got burned early on. I think that was a reaction because they didn't put out some core stuff right away.
Yeah.
And they put out, like, the Ralph they put out first was the tuxedo Ralph.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, I want a regular Ralph. Why are you giving me this tuxedo Ralph?
Yeah.
Like, who wants Bear on Patrol
I know.
first? You want Fozzie.
I know. Yeah.
And they never got a chance to redo that Kermit.
I know. I have two other Kermits, though. No, I have
You have the Adventure Kermit, right?
I have the Adventure Kermit, and I have the Smollett, Captain Smollett Kermit.
And soon you're going to have the Sitting on the Log Kermit because you need to get this, because I knew you might have forgotten. It's been a while, but I need to give you a little booster shot. Is it on eBay right now?
Yes.
How much is it?
$40.
What?
Yes.
How have you not just hit buy it now on that
I
for
know.
40 bucks? That is ridiculous that thing's only 40 bucks.
I know.
Considering what a limited production that set was for a special charity thing.
I know. I will.
Halfway down the stair
Oh,
is
God.
the stair where I sit.
There isn't any other stair quite like it.
It's not at the bottom. It's not at the top. But you know what, Patrick?
What?
The stair where I always stop.
Yeah.
You're hitting buy it now, right now, aren't you?
No. It's in my cart, but no. I'm being a good boy.
Oh, you're gonna hit buy it now after we end the stream, just so it's preserved that you were a good boy, and then okay. Well, I want to thank everyone, including you, for watching this now, and also for watching it after, because thankfully a lot of people also watch these things after. So if you're catching up with this later, I guess this was a later stream. Thank you for watching. Looks like he's sitting inside the mirror now. Look at that.
Look at that.
You can support me on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Ken Plume. That'd be swell. It seems like a lot of people are just dropping off of Patreon now. Have you seen because you have a Patreon for the talk show, right?
No.
Oh, so you haven't experienced the patron drift that seems to be happening all over the place.
I haven't seen that.
Boy, it's almost like the economy's in the tank or something. But hey, if you'd like to support me, only $1 gets you access to everything.
That's nice.
All the exclusives I have. There's going to be some old interviews that I'm turning into audio for people to listen to, some of which haven't been released, like with Renee Aubergenois, and I think I may even release the audio for my Dom DeLuise 4-hour conversation. And there's so much stuff, but it takes time to go through it. So having patrons would help me do that. There's also an Amazon link below. There's a tipping ability, super chat, all that's done, or just the like and subscribe which I think is a thing that people do on YouTube. That'd be swell. So again, thank you, Patrick, for being
Thanks for
here.
having me.
Thank you for not getting the copyright strike on the channel by keeping the audio off in the background.
And going like this every so often.
Yeah. So it'll still fine.
I think
It's
it'll be fine.
And I recommend to everyone also to go watch all the George Lucas Talk Show episodes. Any plans for any of the other stuff that you've been doing to get a release outside of the live?
Yeah, I mean there's plans, but I don't have a timeline on any of it because the ball's not in my court, you know. But hopefully in the next few months, some things will become more readily available to the general public.
Well, as far as on camera, if anyone wants to see you, they can see the very best of you for every George Lucas Talk Show episode out there.
Or they can watch my previous appearances on Force 5 Open Chat Live.
If they want to have a solid weekend worth of viewing that we're going to build on for our holiday spectacular.
Probably 12 hours of content at this point.
After you get a care package, you get some eBay purchases in, someone responds to that flyer you're going to post in the mailroom, and you make that trip to Frankensons.
And then, oh no, I have 2 versions of the Lucas family action figure set because I won the eBay listing.
Oh yeah, that's right. You went ahead and put that.
Yeah, we'll see.
But you know what? Then you got one to open and one to keep sealed.
It's true. That's a good point.
And you could always use another. I'm surprised you haven't bought tons of those Georges as giveaways for the show.
I know.
Bye, everybody. Look, I'm going to go over it now and hit the end stream. It's moving over. The cursor's moving over. Don't move. We're almost done. Oh, I got to do 2 clicks. 2 clicks. And we're done.